Hi guys and girls, welcome back to the podcast. Another edition brought to you by Full Throttle Ranch and Full Throttle Barbecue. And Marchie, welcome back.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
Hey, good to have you back.
Always glad to be here.
That's your resident seat now, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Turned into Gary.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. But
Nah, not quite.
yeah, not that old yet.
Getting
Speaking
close.
of Gaz, how are you, champion? Have a beautiful crazy lady.
Hello.
Part of the furniture, aren't you?
Evidently.
Well, you know. Mark, welcome back, bud.
That
glad
was
to be
your
here.
chair.
Shenanigans going on over here already.
He just got excited.
Yeah, I was about
glad
to say
be
that.
Yeah, good to have you back. And all the way down the end, Jay.
Good day.
Good day. And yeah, Full Throttle Guest Lounge. Luke, welcome back.
Yeah, good to be back.
Hey, good to have you as usual. And there's a lot of footy on this week. There's some controversy as well, so we'll dive straight on into it. NRL News brought to you by Hip Pocket Workwear.
Craig Bellamy has been diagnosed with a neurodegenerative disorder. Neurodegenerative disorder is an umbrella term for progressive conditions that affect the neurons in the brain and therefore the function of the nervous system.
Yeah, they'll come out, a lot of people go, oh, it's fake news.
Apparently it's been a while that they've known. Close family and friends apparently have known for a couple of 6 to 8 weeks or something.
Trying to
I
get
was
their head
saying.
around it kind of thing.
Yeah, before anything was released. So, yeah, unfortunate, very unfortunate.
Oh, very.
I wonder if that's got anything to do with the Storm's performance. Maybe it's affecting them.
Hard
If
to-
they know about it anyway. I mean, if they knew about it prior to it coming public.
It would explain in his press conferences a bit too, where it just looks like he's got no answers. Like he's obviously getting defeated in more than one way.
Poor bugger.
Is there time for him to step down?
Well, apparently after this year, I think
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah, they've come out and said he'll see the year out.
Poor bugger. But, you know, as much as I don't like to see the Storm win, I'd like to see him at least go half decent for him to go out.
Very
yeah.
deserving
Well-
for that to happen.
Take your dislike for a team out, you know, but he deserves it. So, if not, NRL, they need to do some kind of presentation on the grand final day. Get him out there, parade him around the ground.
I'm sure if that be the case, maybe I'm sure they'll give him something.
Yeah, you'd think so.
I'd like to think so, yeah.
Anyway. I've seen some players go through and not get anything, so you never know. But yeah, it is the NRL, it's all.
Former Tigers CEO Shane Richardson has slammed the PNG Chiefs being able to offer tax-free contracts, insisting it is completely unfair to the competition. It's like cheating the salary cap by 48%. It's a complete and utter rort, he added.
He's got a point.
It has blown up in the last week. I've seen quite a few, especially for the Bears. Trying to start a team when their competition they've got. So everyone's going to hang off now and want to play for Papua New Guinea, not the Bears,
100%.
basically. And all these players coming out,
You can't blame them either.
their wish list for the Papua New Guinea wish list is massive. They should win the comp in the first season if they get their wish list, basically.
They will get it.
Yeah, 100%
Especially,
they will.
especially if there's on that wish list, there's like half a dozen or so players that are coming towards the end of their career but are still gun players. They're going to go.
Yeah,
And you can't
100%
blame
they
them.
are.
Like, who wants to stay around and pay off our pathetic government when you can go over there and get for free?
Yep.
The NRL clubs can't really complain though. They agreed to the conditions.
Yes.
And they got $4 million each in compensation for it. So, you know.
Yeah, true, but it's that $4 million couldn't be used on players.
No, but they agreed to it.
Yeah.
Well,
You
they
don't
knew
agree.
what was happening before.
I think they
before
just
now.
went, oh, $4 million.
I
Yep,
don't
we'll sign
think
that.
they actually put a thought to it.
No.
No.
To be honest with you, and like the carrot's dangled at $4 million. The clubs are going to snatch that up, but it's only just they're coming to realise now. Hang on a minute, it is. It's not 48%. It's not quite 48%, but it's well up there.
And even just something as simple as like living in a 5-star resort. Like, they probably won't even have to cook any meals. They probably won't have to do any washing. Like, say me and Kylie move over there because, they want Smitter for something. I don't know what, but
Cleaners.
Washing the dishes.
and I get paid that kind of money. She could sit there with her feet up for the next 2 or 3 years.
You would go insane.
But
I agree.
I don't know. I
100%.
would have fun trying not to.
It would. Sorry, mate. It would be like a gated community,
Yeah.
basically. That's pretty much
But,
the way.
but then you'd
they've
fly
put
back
it
to
across.
the top of Queensland or wherever for.
But they also have to remember it's tax free in PNG. You come back to Australia when you finish up, mate. Your money gets taxed on instantly.
Yeah, so
It's
that's
not. It's
I
not
don't
all
think
the
it
bells and
can be. I
Oh,
don't think they
yeah.
can tax it when you
I
bring
think-
it back in.
I think they've
'Cause
had an
you're
agreement.
Well, you're not paid in Australia, so that's a wage outside of Australia. So they can't. The government can't tax it.
I wonder if my boss will start paying me in China or something, so I can.
No, we'll just get punished more.
Yeah, well,
We'll get taxed more.
yeah, interest rates
Might
up,
as well.
and yeah,
Oh, don't get me started.
the government's useless as St George Dragons.
But you know what? Good on PNG for giving it a crack.
Oh yeah, you can't blame them.
Yeah.
I mean, I keep saying that if you're listening, you need a podcast. Get us over there. We're cheap. Well, not really, but
Yeah, but it's tax free.
yeah, that's it.
And we're living in a 5-star resort.
Yeah,
Let's go.
you and Chris can bunk down in the same.
I'm not bunging down with Gargamel. I don't think Haley would care if I left. She'd be like, go on, take off.
You're just not
You
bunking
just
down with
send me
Garg as
the money
well.
over so I don't have to work. I'll be right.
Anyway.
PNG General Manager Michael Chemis says Jerome Luai took unders at their club to allow more players to build out the roster. His managers could have asked for more, but the reality is he wants to win, and the more money he takes up, the less we have to put around him, he said.
What would he want more?
$2 million a season.
What was it? 1.2 clear. That was the reports. I don't know. What it was
1.2
to.
before endorsements. And
Yeah, but and also, what's under the table? Because you can't tell me. I don't care what anyone says. There is no club in the NRL that is squeaky clean, and they're probably going to get away with it.
Yeah, cars,
Physically.
all the bits and pieces they
Free
get
transport
extras.
around the village.
Yeah, they all do it.
Golf buggy, massages
Yeah.
from the Fuzzy Wuzzies.
This is the PNG news. The PNG Chiefs have reportedly identified Jack Williams as their next target. He's off contract at the end of 2027 and can negotiate with their club from November 1st this year.
All reports he's gone.
Oh, there
Yep.
you go. What a surprise.
Why not? Why not?
I thought it said they're going to win the comp.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. It is because I did see there was an interview. I don't know whether it's going to come up, so I'll leave that for the moment. But,
Oh, go for it. I don't know.
just on the Bears, the way they were talking about how they've worked out that it is totally unfair. You know, they can't
Can't
buy
imagine.
players.
And a lot of them players in the Bears now probably think, oh, God. if
Why didn't I wait?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Connor Watson's management has reportedly held talks with the PNG Chiefs. He has 1 year left to run on his Roosters deal. However, the club has previously informed him he's free to explore his options and leave.
handy pickup.
Peter Vlandis has confirmed that PNG will receive tax-free incentives to sign players for at least the next 10 years.
Yeah, that's. I'm sorry, but that Muppet needs to go. He's killing the game.
Well, he is, and 10 years? Like, come on. Maybe the first
years?
2 or 3 years,
get
maybe, to
established?
get a good quality roster.
But if he's
over
doing
there.
it for one, he should be doing it for the other. The
100%,
Bears
mate.
should be getting the same compensations.
Does Parramatta get compensation because they've got no roster?
No.
This is my, you know.
Well, mate, they're travelling. You know, if they're going to go to Perth, like it's a good state, like WA, but same scenario, mate. That's, what is it, 3 hours difference from here
Three.
to there?
Well, there's another thing too. I'm going off on a tangent here, but I will. And it was coming out the other day on 2GB or whatever radio, or about why haven't we got a mental health ring? And I commented on that. Said, look, I've been pushing it for years, and the NRL won't do it because the players don't know what jersey they're wearing, what week already. Are you kidding me? Like, why are we not? You know, we should be worried about more about things like that.
does it even matter? But What jersey you wearing?
Just wear your normal jersey.
But they don't take their jerseys. The
That's what I
club
mean.
puts them up in their locker. But my point is, they're worrying about stupid shit where they shouldn't, and promoting it in Vegas, but they're taking the jerseys, off the betting. They're doing. Oh, they're just doing everything the wrong way. I think the bloke's a muppet, and he needs to go.
I definitely don't agree with a lot of the stuff that he does. That's for bloody sure.
Anyway.
Ben Hunt has revealed the PNG Prime Minister was sweet-talking Adam Reynolds, Ezra Mam and himself last year. He was saying to come over for the tax-free cash and whatnot, and he was offering Renault a job to come over as coach and everything, he said.
He'd be giving Willie Peters, mate. Little rocket.
Willie Peters is going to have him in. Yeah.
Did you see that list of players off contract at the end of the season that they are talking of looking at?
I'll tell you what.
There was a lot of Penrith players.
That's a sore point.
A lot of Penrith players. And I'm talking, all the big names.
Martin.
Yep.
Tuahu's come out and he said that he doesn't play for money.
Yep.
He plays for the fans that believed in him when he was no one.
Yep.
So I'd say he's going to stay, which is a good thing.
Yep.
I
Kenny?
reckon he will
I
go.
think it was Kenny.
Mitch Kenny is
Yep.
a 50-50. But coming towards the end of his career, I'd say he'll go.
Yep.
Liam Martin's having some injuries. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes. And
Like I say, they will have a gun side.
100%.
It will be a gun side.
And they will get followers because there's so many good players in that team.
And a
From
lot
other
of
clubs.
kids only follow players. Like, they don't really care the emblem on the jersey. They just follow Nathan Cleary.
Yeah.
They follow Kalen Ponga.
There's another player that's come out in the last 2 days. I'll wait till later at PNG that is on the radar now too.
No, go for it.
Spencer Liniu. All reports I've heard it's a 80% done deal because he's on the outer at the Roosters.
Are you okay?
Not really.
He's going overseas.
We're gonna miss you, Spenny.
There's still 20% chance.
Yeah, well, but my point is, they're gonna have like the old Panthers contingent back together. It's gonna.
Hope they're all too old by then.
Wow.
But you got to think in the same context with all this going on, what kids are they going to try to take there to develop?
But there's another
So
thing.
they've got a background.
Everyone's not looking at too. No one's looking at the English comp. Who are they going to get from there to take as well?
yeah.
The Bears are looking at the English comp.
Yeah, but no one's really. Everyone's too
The Bears
focused.
are going to have to look at the English.
But
side.
everyone's focusing on the NRL. Where's Willie Peters at the moment? In England.
Yeah.
So what players from there is he looking at as well? To be honest, I would not be surprised if you find Suaso Su doing a year or two in PNG before he retires.
Yeah.
Plays with Willie Peters now?
Yeah, I think he's a bit beyond too. I think he's.
No, that's
doing
what I mean.
I watch him. I watch him all the time. I watch the Super League a lot, but I just think that if he was to come back this way, I think the speed of the game would probably
Possibly.
knock him a little bit more.
Still a year and a half off too.
Yeah, well,
That's
that's
correct.
So
Because next-
you've got another year and a half to 2 years on those blokes that they are signing. So, for one,
Correct.
Yes.
another 2 years' time, how close is he going to be?
He'd only have a year or two tops.
At the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you trying to make me feel better?
No.
No.
Well, Willie comes in next year. From what I read,
Willie, you'll be coming in tonight, don't you worry.
literally to get everything sorted, settled. So he's on a 4-year contract. So next year he comes in, sets the team up, sets all that sort of jive up, and then 3 years at coaching.
Pretty crazy 12 months, really, isn't it, when you
Yeah.
think of it?
You'll be getting paid all right, though.
Yeah, but he'll come in and he'll turn the place up.
That might be part
I
of it.
reckon it'll be an absolute bell ringer to go.
To be honest,
Play.
I am excited to see the final team. To see what it's going to offer because it is going to be a cracking side. It's going to be. I wouldn't be surprised the first year, big call, but they go and do a Penrith and go for undefeated.
I tell you one thing.
We're not
We
surprised.
talk about the fans every week about this and that and what is happening, what's not happening, blah, blah, blah. Mate, can you imagine going over there first or even any game for the NRL? That stadium is jam-packed to the rafters, just you can't hear yourself think.
Wonder if
Yeah.
they need a ground announcer.
Oh, mate, imagine how good it'd be.
You've seen how passionate the PNG supporters are just in
on-
our
on
group.
national.
Mate, they are so passionate. Like, you
Yep.
make a post, and if they don't agree with your tips, I'll let you know it.
But also, too, did you see him?
Don't
They're
follow
keen
mine,
on
I'm
getting
not
some
very
jerseys,
good.
aren't they?
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you what, we'll see what we can do. We might be able to send over a jersey or something. They can have a piece each.
I really hope they make some sort of internal rule where they have so many locals though, because you
Well,
can't
they-
just keep buying everyone and then expect the locals to support that team when
Yeah.
none of them are PNG
They're
players.
not going to do it.
And that's my
I'm-
that's
I-
my point as to what I was saying.
I couldn't agree with you more. That should happen,
It's not gonna.
but it's not going to.
Not gonna.
Are they going to take the Hunters out of the Q Cup and use them as their New South Wales Cup side?
Possibly will.
Well, they should. Every team should have a reserve grade. And even Melbourne this week. I didn't even realise. Melbourne has a reserve
Yeah,
grade.
Melbourne got one as of this year.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Oh, here
Yeah,
we go.
Jersey
Come on.
flag.
You've been busting to say it. Come on, it's on the tip of your tongue.
What?
Who was playing?
Oh, Jack.
Oh,
Jack
you're
Evans.
actually not surprised.
No, I wasn't. But yeah. He got pulled off at just before half time.
You
Oh,
wish.
that
Lucky.
Chris was
Sure,
licking
Dave
his
was
lips.
watching every step of it.
Anyway, moving on.
Isaiah Yeo admits he will remain open-minded when it comes to his NRL future beyond 2027. I've got a young family, I've got 3 kids, and obviously I'd love to stay a one-club player, but I understand there's business side to it as well, he explained.
If they don't come back with the same money, he's gone. 100% he's gone.
Well, that's the thing. They can't come back with the same money.
That comment there just got him an extra $100,000.
Yeah, 100%. Anyway, let's move on before I see some tears.
Imagine Jenkins over in PNG.
Yeah, you wouldn't bloody miss him, would you?
He'd stand out, wouldn't he?
Absolutely. He'd probably get sunburn every week, mate.
Yeah, true. The Cowboys are reportedly interested in signing Chanel Harris-Tavita from 2027 onwards. It's believed Todd Payton has met with him recently, as Jake Clifford has sat on a multi-year extension for a while now.
I would honestly, to be honest, I don't see Dearden being there long term. Now Drinkwater's gone. So I'd be looking at, obviously Harris. I've got raps on him, but him and Clifford performing something together. Because Clifford's been playing some really good footy of late. Got a boot on him, hasn't he?
Yeah, he
Oh,
goes good.
huge, mate.
Yeah.
So, come to Jake and say, look, Jake, what's your future? This is what I want. I want you at half. I want Harris at 5'8". Let's build a team around you guys. My bad.
No,
Ah.
no, that was a different one.
I reckon Tommy will be there for a while, mate.
Do you?
I don't see him take. Well, because Drinky's gone, I think the young fella, is it Purdue?
Persia.
Yep.
Mate, I reckon he'll still be there for a few more years because I reckon with that, just that backside of knowing that he's sort of the last couple of years he's played with him or beside him or whatnot, I reckon he'll still be there for a little bit.
There
They
was a
gave him
rumour before the
lifeline.
season started that his missus was living in Sydney and he wanted
Yeah.
to come here. So
That's what I'll.
Yeah.
So Roosters will be sniffing.
He can always get a new girlfriend. It's true. Live in North Queensland, mate. Why wouldn't you?
Hope you're watching, Hayley. Kick
Just
him up
saying,
the butt.
mate. She's at work.
Or if you like
Just-
Chris, you might like.
I don't like
Dubbo.
Gargamel.
Reports indicate Tyrone May's recent round of extension talks with Hull KR broke down. There's suggestions he could end up at the Tigers with his brothers and take over from Jerome Luai.
He'll end up at PNG.
Well, his brothers won't.
I reckon Tyrone will end up at PNG or somewhere like that.
He doesn't do a lot.
No.
I've watched Hull KR a lot because it's good to watch the better sides when you're watching replays and stuff. And, mate, honestly, he doesn't do bugger all. To be quite fair, for the position that he plays in that side, like you take Mikey Lewis out of that team, he's got to pull his socks up. But
He doesn't.
He honestly doesn't do a lot, mate. He just sort of floats.
Just floater.
Yeah.
100%.
Cameron Munster admits his recent form slump has made him contemplate retirement. The worst I've had in my 13-year career is probably back-to-back losses. I don't think I've ever had so many in my life. It's something I'm not really used to, he said.
He'll sign with PNG.
There's talk of him getting dropped for Origin too if they're smart.
he'll come out and win a Wally Lewis medal and
Yeah.
it'll be all all roses again.
Interesting.
Well, he led him to the grand final last year, so he can't be too bad.
No, but it's the whole mindset, isn't it?
But this is the problem with Melbourne. 20-odd years they've been down there, mate. Apart from rorting the salary cap, mate, it's not very often that they lose. And
No.
Yeah,
a lot of them aren't used to
They're
losing.
not used to it. That's
No.
right.
I think they've missed the finals twice in their whole
Yeah.
thing, and that was what 02, and whenever it was, they couldn't get points.
So that's like, it's a bit weird for us. We're not used to winning. And now we're winning. It's a different
We're
feeling.
winners, mate. We know how to win. We just lack doing it. But as for these players at Melbourne, mate, like, seriously, their mentality of just still getting to training week in, week out and doing the same things, busting themselves, getting screamed at by Craig, the whole lot. It's still
true.
coming out and unfortunately getting beat. It's
It's not sitting well with them, is it?
Nah. And I don't know. I think
Moving on.
The Bears have officially signed Kit Lauali'i on a 2-year deal from 2027 onwards.
Fair enough.
They have also officially signed Apart Twiddle on a 3-year deal from 2027 onwards.
I think that's a bit early to be jumping straight onto that kid, I think.
They don't push him.
Yeah.
But they see the potential in him. But as long as they just gradually put him through, like not. So I go back to the whole Jared Mullen, where especially in Origin, that screwed that kid.
Yeah.
He was never the same
thrown
again.
in the deep end too quick.
Don't do it. If there's different cases like that kid from St George, he's ready.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's ready. But there's some cases where they just push too fast, too quick.
He's only played 2 games for Para.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, he's
They've only
played
put him in 2
none.
games. So so Para's maybe they know what's going on behind the scenes with this, and maybe that's why they've taken him out of the side. But because they a lot of coaches will do that, especially with young fellas.
100%.
Well, we're not going to put any more effort into you.
Yeah.
You can wait till you go off.
That's
So
fair.
whether that's happened, and
I'm pretty
that's,
sure he got injured. Pretty sure he's done his AC.
Oh,
did he?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Moving on.
Andrew Webster has confirmed the Warriors are in negotiations to re-sign Chanel Harris-Tavita despite reports linking him to the Cowboys. We love him and don't want him to leave, but we'll just continue to see how it plays out, he added.
I reckon he should take another gap year and see if he can come back and get more money. It worked for him last time.
It's hard. They got a stockpile of halves, don't they?
Oh,
Go on, yeah,
well,
deep
mate,
with him.
again, they got Jet Cleary, they got Jai Lanane in the wings, just slowly poaching through.
Jack Cleary's going to be something special. Have you watched him play? Like,
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
Was it last weekend? I think. Last weekend, I saw part of his game.
He's going to be something special.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Toby Rudolph has once again declared his ambition to sign with the PNG Chiefs from 2028 onwards. I couldn't imagine how being a part of it wouldn't be a fantastic thing, especially being a part of the first team there, and yes, there is an incentive to go there, of course,
Is he
said.
trying to push for something that's not there?
You got to put your hat
He's
there.
been pushing him for a while.
Yeah, because that's what I mean. You keep hearing it, but there's nothing on the table, I don't think.
With all due respect to him, I don't know if he makes their squad.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't think he's NRL first grade material for the last 12, 18 months.
Since
I
that
was
big
going to say
injury.
18
Yeah.
months.
Yeah. He's reserve grade at best.
But good on him for throwing his hat in the ring.
Oh,
mate.
no, you can't. Yeah.
Don't pay a manager, push yourself, mate.
Oh, mate, if you're listening,
Have your
Toby,
biggies.
give me a call, mate. I can get you a
He
start.
might be managing himself.
Come to Curry, mate.
I'll get him a start, PNG. We only take 25%.
Of nothing.
Tax.
Of nothing.
The Tigers have officially re-signed Taylor and Terrell May on a long-term extension until the end of 2030.
Haven't set the world on fire this year, personally. Now, I do rate him, especially Tiny. I just don't think he's playing to his full potential.
Is it Talon that plays in the centres?
Yeah.
Yeah, shocker on the weekend.
Yeah. He's got some potential, but he's
Knows
just
how to
not
play the
living up
game,
to
but
it.
Just, weekend was
Like,
terrible. Throwing balls, trying to offload, it was just...
I know it's a total different system again, but how he played with Penrith before he went on that spell from stand down,
Yeah.
man,
Oh, he's come back playing pretty good footy, but just...
but just not to his full potential.
Yeah, Yeah, I think still give him another 12 months to really bring himself back up to the speed. And
But would you sign him long term? This is my.
I think they're just trying to keep some of these young blokes that have got experience that
True.
generally have a cool head about them. But
Jareem Buller has reportedly agreed to re-sign with the Tigers on a multi-year extension. It's understood the club will make the announcement sometime this week.
Don't need
2030.
it. Everyone already knows.
2030.
So he
Signed,
has.
Yep.
Yeah, nice. Shane Flanagan is reportedly interested in rejoining Fox Sports as a commentator for the NRL games.
Yeah. Could do worse. Could Michael Ennis.
you better go on the dull.
Yeah, true. Have you noticed? Do we hear anything about Kyle? He's still on mental health.
I've seen.
Yeah,
heard
still no
from-
on
I don't think he'll
extended
play
bench,
NRL
but-
again. To be honest, I think he's done and dusted.
He should try to find himself.
Simply,
Go to Super League.
he'll probably kill it over. Or
It's
go a lot
away
better.
You'll go
It's
all right.
away from all
Go
this.
better than he has here.
Yeah, well,
But it's
Yeah.
away from all the trolls and all the garbage.
Yeah,
he's
clean
been put
start
under.
for him and-
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Brandon Smith is reportedly set to miss the next 3 weeks after suffering a reoccurrence of his calf injury in round 8.
Yeah, he's all but.
He's always injured.
Yeah. Ever since them bag incidents.
The Titans have reportedly informed Sam Verrills they will not be offering him a contract extension past this season.
Interesting, that one.
Yeah.
Where do you see him at?
That's rough.
Mm.
They get him up there,
Mm.
blow smoke up his pipe, and say like, we're going to take you long term.
They're now gone. Could he be a possible Bears? They're still after it. They're still after halves?
A hooker, yeah.
But again, you still the 14 roll, the backup hooker. They still need these clubs still need to start looking at.
Mm.
Little bit of
Could,
depth.
could do a lot
Correct.
worse.
I think he's a good little hooker, mate.
Anyway.
Billy Slater has confirmed he will make himself available to the Storm to assist with coaching if required. If Craig Bellamy ever asked me for a hand, he wouldn't have to ask twice. Put it that way, he explained.
I thought he was going to say Papua New Guinea then.
So who's going to be the Storm coach if Bellamy goes? Because
Apparently his son.
yeah, okay. I did say that a long time ago, didn't I? Because you see his son in the background all the time
All
now.
the time.
So what better? He's probably been in the,
Well, he's
Interesting.
been his understudy
Yeah.
since he's been since he was old enough to do it, mate. He's learned the ropes.
Yeah.
from
Because
Craig.
Billy Slater wouldn't. Oh, there was talk. Oh, Slater. There's no way he's going to give up his job in Channel 9 and the Origin.
He's come out and said he wouldn't.
That's not me. There's no way.
He'll only come and help Craig if need be.
Yeah.
But they earn too much money
no
in
different,
Nine.
like Cam Smith saying the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like I think now that everybody knows the severity of Craig's health, all these past players be like, mate, if you need a hand with anything, please
Yeah.
let us know.
Slater's already down there 1 or 2 days a week, just
Yeah.
doing little bits
Yeah.
anyway. So
Yeah.
The Warriors are reportedly set to offer Tanner Boyd a multi-year contract extension.
Yeah,
So
I
they
can see that.
Hmm.
It well deserved. Once again, players go to another club and excel. It's a prime case.
I mean, the Titans are kicking themselves, aren't
Yeah, well.
they? I mean, the Titans have got good halves, but same old thing, mate. You take them out of their comfort zone and put them into something that they've got to work harder to get to.
The Eels have reportedly opened another round of talks with the Dragons in trying to convince them to release Jaden Sewer immediately to their club.
Won't happen.
We need him, but I can't see it happening. Why would they do that?
why wouldn't they though? What are they gaining by keeping him?
I don't know.
Like he's not going to be there next year. They've got all these young kids coming through.
Yeah, I just
Just
think
get him
probably
off
a
your
bit of
books
save
and save
face,
a couple
mate.
$100,000.
Yeah. And they're already down the bottom of the ladder, so
it's not going to make a difference.
Yeah, finals is done. Like
Yeah.
And fresh off re-signing Ponga, reports indicate the Knights are now turning their focus to Jacob Saifidi and Bradman Best past their current deals, which expire at the end of 2027.
Few off contract, actually. Greg Marju is off contract, I believe, at the end of the year. And what's his name? Back rower.
Lucas.
Yeah, Dylan Lucas.
Dylan Lucas.
They need to keep him.
something's going to give.
See, all these good players, that are part of the puzzle are off contract. There's a few others too that, you know, some won't be re-signed, but I'm not going into names. But
Brody Jones.
yeah, well, that pisses me off. I don't think they'll re-sign Broads, unfortunately.
Go the Bears, Brades.
Yep, that's
Go
what I
on
reckon.
holiday, mate.
100%. And I said it, I don't give a shit what the Knights think of me. I couldn't give a fuck, to be honest.
Yep.
Well, my bad.
Get there.
But what does Brody Jones owe the Knights? Nothing. Not a thing. What that bloke has done over the last 2 contracts, a lot of people don't know, is an absolute disgrace the way the club's treating him, to be honest.
Para should look at cross codes. I hear there's a winger in Western Force to be all right for him.
He's doing all right too.
Yeah.
I honestly,
Different game.
I tell you what, I reckon that if he continues down the path he's going, I don't see him coming back to league.
They won't come back to league.
I think he's happy now with the Force. They've taken him in, mate. He's playing his part.
Yep.
Anyway, that's NRL News brought to you by Hip Pocket Workwear. We're going to take a short break and I'm going to grab another beer. All right. Welcome back to Mach's Mailbag. I get it right this time?
Yep.
Spat all over it.
Oh, no, sorry, no.
Yeah.
I was getting there. Brought to you by Scott's Hunter Prime Butchery. I didn't want to spread it out.
I've got a couple this week. The first one comes from Carl Botha. How is it fair that the Papua New Guinea Chiefs can have tax-free incomes, but then be able to tear teams apart by chasing star players? We've already touched on it.
It's a load of shit.
Yeah.
It's a business. They have to understand, and I get it,
Haven't they ever heard mind your own business?
but it's been this way now for years, and teams do it to other teams all the time. And it's unfortunate, but it's just how it is. And when you get the green light that they've been given to do what they're going to do,
They're going to do it.
mate, you're not going to not do it, are you?
100%.
Let's be fair.
Yeah. The second one we've got is from Josh Tweedale. Why was Millie Elliott allowed to stay on after a head clash? She was clearly dazed, but made sure she got straight back up and stayed on. If it had been a man, he would have been off for a HIA.
Well, me and Kylie said it as soon as it happened. I said, how's that staying on? It's because she's the Channel 9 poster girl. That's why she stayed on. But I don't give a shit. How come the NRL hasn't addressed it now?
Well,
it's been swept under the carpet.
Yeah.
She got up and she went, it got me in the mouth.
No, she was.
No, I know.
But even so, that's part of the head.
Matey, I just completed my level 1 Tuesday, Wednesday before the Thursday. And that is a big thing when you're doing your level 1. I already know about it. But the biggest thing that they talk about when you get head clashes and the unconscious part of their body, the way they fall to the ground. Mate, she didn't brace herself. She went straight backwards and fell straight to the ground.
Yep.
So where was the independent doctor for that?
100%, mate. As soon as the same thing. I said the same thing, mate.
Should also be the referee should have seen that as well. There's plenty of replays. Even if the independent doctor didn't call it, I reckon the referee should have the power to do it.
well they've got the bunker.
Yeah.
They've got the bunker that should be
Maybe they were at the pie, getting a pie at that stage.
full throttle.
Had to be, full throttle pie. Had to have been. Because
am I incorrect? But did she, when she got up, she went to second marker and she sort of stood there to hold on so that she was right? Or did she get
No, I
back
think
in
she
the
missed
line?
that tackle and she took a couple of tackles to get back on side.
but she was stuffed at the start. Yeah, I don't get it. Anyway.
Jason Gillette.
Yeah.
Is anyone else enjoying the demise of the Melbourne Storm? Absolute comedy gold.
Not really, in a way, because I feel sorry for Bellamy.
Now that that's come out, it's a little bit different for me as well.
It's good to see that the Melbourne aren't up the top, but
Everyone's got a team they don't like.
yeah. I just because of Bellamy, you know. If I could swap them and put the Broncos in, yeah, I would. Hey, Scotty, and
I don't think I don't have any bad negativity thing towards the Storm on that front. It's good to see teams that have been so well off for so long come crashing back to earth.
Except for Penrith.
They've been there, mate. They were there for a long time.
Is that
But
the hardest thing I've got on the
yeah,
desk?
look, I don't feel sorry for Melbourne for losing games and not, mate, everybody has to go backwards at some point, and
100%.
unfortunately,
The higher you are, the harder you fall.
correct.
Well,
And
like Luke said earlier, it's only been 2 seasons out of
20,
And they will come
seasons
good.
that
28.
they've missed the
correct.
8.
But
or
also-
or the,
What round are we up to?
it'll be round
Round
8,
eight.
yeah.
No,
What
It'll
round?
be not round 9 this week.
God,
yeah.
that's
No,
going quick.
10 this week.
Wow, that's going quick. What round did Penrith come good last year?
Was it 7?
15 or something.
I don't know.
Well, anyway, it's around that
Mm.
time.
Was
So
it
there's
sales
still
last year?
a chance for them to click into gear.
I just don't know if they got the cattle.
I don't know
think they
either,
have.
but
I think
Tom
they're
will
playing
tell.
with too many injuries, and I
But-
think
why are they still picking Liero and co?
I was just about to say the same thing. Craig said, not last press conference, the one before, he said, it's fallen back on us now. He said, I said, 6 weeks straight, like, we've got to make some changes. He said, and it's about time I do so. Liero to the bench. That young Cooper Clark. Mate, he's a weapon, that kid. Why would you drop him to the bench? He was killing it. That bloke, is it Alex Chan?
Yep.
Reserve grade.
Yeah, with
Get some of
Liero
the
as well.
kids come through. Oh, mate, Liero would be my first choice. But that Chan, he's saying I have to make changes and I have to do this, I have to
Got to do it
that.
now.
because
You
he
can't
went.
just
Chan
take-
come from the Tigers, didn't he?
I'm not sure, mate.
Yeah.
It was the Tigers.
Pretty sure it was.
Because I remember when he signed with him, I thought it was a weird signing
Yeah.
for Melbourne.
But I just don't
because-
understand when he says, I've got to make some changes. Don't just drop them from the starting team, bench them, because they're going to do the same stuff when they go out there and play.
Because he was
Which
only a
they
bench
have.
player,
Yeah.
Really.
you know. So
Just quickly, Jason's sent that in from his hospital bed. He had shoulder surgery today.
oh,
So
okay.
Hope you have a quick recovery.
All
Enjoy.
the best.
Enjoy your sponge baths or whatever else you're getting in the hospital.
We'll send Chris in
Yeah, Chris. We'll send Nurse Chris in.
Find out what hospital.
in his uniform.
Oh, what? Have you seen it?
No.
Oh.
Maybe Del might tonight.
Doubt it. Corey Slade sent this one in. During the Knights versus Souths game, when Kalen was put on report in the dying seconds, the ref told him to reduce his force. My question is, are we watching rugby league or touch football?
What a load of shit. Sorry, but you're coming out of the line trying to put. Are you going to go up and go, tap him? Like,
I think he just got his wording wrong. I think he meant to say, like, yeah, the ball was gone, and you probably didn't have time to pull out of it, but you could have eased a little bit,
I never have time to pull out.
because there was an
It
incident.
happens too quick, does it?
Yes.
There was an incident about 20 minutes before that, and it was the other way around, and he said the same thing.
Liam Kennedy does not like the Knights. Let's be real.
There it is, Blocker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was pretty
well.
supportive in the first half, though.
Yeah, but last
Well,
week.
when they were winning.
Yes.
As soon as they start losing,
Yeah.
And we'll have a look at the calls last week. Come on.
some of them are pretty ordinary. I only got the second half. But, yeah.
Disgusting that some of the calls. Anyway.
And the last one we have this week is from Skylar Rose. At the Knights Souths game on Sunday, anyone know why Souths didn't run out of the main tunnel at the start of the game? It's the first team to do that of late.
Yeah. 100%. We'll stand there with George Rose. And
Yeah.
he was waiting for him to come out.
Oh, gorgeous George.
Yeah. Good bloke, actually.
Yeah.
We had a good chat with him for about 15 minutes. And, yeah. He's a good fellow. Then Nikita come over.
But to answer that question, no.
No.
No idea.
But why do the Knights also in the second half run out of
The little tunnel.
the little tunnel as well?
Less distance to walk, I'd imagine, mate.
Well, come on, hard enough.
Oh,
Really?
goodness.
You know, that's the main tunnel's there for a reason.
Yeah, it's always been the main tunnel until recently. It's like,
So that's the thing when they built that stadium, why they built 3 tunnels. They should have just kept the main one and had everything leading to that. There's more seats.
Well, they
Up
do
that
it.
tunnel.
They do it at most other grounds, don't they?
Yeah, there's more seats in that tunnel. Like you think up that, you put a row, probably
Well, you got
5
another
wide.
three or four seats wide on that each tunnel.
Yeah.
You just have the main one. That's
There's probably another
from start to back. I don't know.
500.
100.
Yeah,
Each side. So maybe in between 2, 3.
there's a few extra seats there.
Bums on seats means money.
Yep.
It's just like, what was that special we were watching on YouTube yesterday? Josh Mansell at a core
Yeah, that was really good.
Accor
to be honest.
Stadium.
Mm.
It's really interesting. He takes you through the whole stadium, like underneath it and that.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it showed you the referees were there in the gym working out. Belinda Sharp, Ashley Klein, and the others.
We're doing a lot.
Why would
Yeah.
anybody want to put cameras on them? They get enough spotlight.
Mm. But you did right. It was really good, and I'd love to see every club do it.
Yeah.
Because I remember years ago the old Sydney Football Stadium.
Mm.
Did you ever go to the backlot tour or whatever they call it there?
No.
They took you around and then they showed you all the security cameras, how many different security cameras there is, and then they took you into the dressing sheds. Then they shut the doors, and there was TV screens all the way around there. It was of the '97 grand final, and they had speakers, and it made you feel like you were there, waiting to run out. And all of a sudden, I think Melissa might have been there too. And someone tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Smitter." There I was in the corner with my Chief Harrigan sign as a young 15-year-old, I think it was, and they don't do that anymore.
Yeah,
They take the kids, the under sevens, do the tackle ready program, and with here in Newcastle and Maitland, Newcastle area, they actually take the kids through and let them run out through the tunnel.
Yeah.
So when they're tackle ready, they do it for 6 weeks, and then on the 7th week they play a game of tackle on McDonald Jones.
Yeah, right.
And they
That's a
take
good
them
idea.
through the sheds, and they let them have a look through and the warm up area under.
Why
And
it's not more accessible on game day is a joke. Like we had this conversation, I think it was last week. Someone asked a question. In 15, 20 years that I've been going, I've only ever been able to get in once. Why can it not be more accessible? I know you can't put everyone in there, but
into the sheds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's two parts to the sheds.
Yeah.
So if they go, you got to worry because, Kalen might have his little Johnny Rabbit out. Well, they don't go into that part.
So years ago when my son played the under nines, they take the under nines and they play at half time and between first grade, reserve grade. They went down, Melbourne Storm played. Melbourne Storm actually took the boys into the shed, but what they did, I'm trying to remember who it was, used to do the water for him. He's one of the trainers for him. He actually come out and said, look, we're doing, coach is having the chat, boys are showering, give us 10 minutes, we'll come and grab you,
100%.
take them in. And that's what they did. So after everything was done, while the players were putting their shoes on and getting their jackets and everything organised, and they went in, got their football signed and all that type of stuff.
That means the world, the kids.
Chatted with the players. Well, this was the Melbourne Storm, done all this with them. And then Robbie Kearns coming out with two of the boys and took them onto the bus. And he said, okay, boys, put your hands up if you haven't signed their footies or their jumpers.
Yeah.
And you boys go up to them and get your signatures finished off.
Nice.
And Hayden's still got the football
Good one.
sitting in my bar.
You did say bar, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
A mate of mine, Gibbsy, done the same thing.
Yeah.
He contacted the Warriors a few years back when they played Parramatta at Parramatta.
Yep.
He took the kids that he coaches. He took the bus down, like the mini bus down. Contacted the Warriors and said, like, can we come into the sheds after the game or whatever have you?
Yep.
Warriors, no problem at all, mate.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Took them in.
Yep.
Let them go into the sheds after the game.
Apparently, the Warriors are the most accommodating fans over there. I'd love to go over there. And I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'll have to ring up on my fish phone. I'd love to go over there and experience it and go and, spend a bit of time with fish, like we're there. And
Just do a weekend. Get Scotty
yeah.
and Sarah.
And
Show us around.
yeah, no, that'd be good. And I want to go over and see fish and because fish was great at Penrith, 100%. But this is his home.
Yeah.
And you just see the passion with his sword or whatever they call it. And that I want to experience all that. Though.
Sword.
Well, you know.
You might not get the experience now. You call it bloody sword.
Oh,
mate.
you know. I know.
I do.
Anyway.
And that
moving
was the last question from Mark Cheese Mailbag.
on. Or do you buy Scott's Hunter Prime Butchery? Get out there and grab a sausage today, or a bit of meat, whatever you're into. Some beautiful stuff out there. How you going getting him in?
Got no chance.
No chance.
No chance.
What have we sent Chris?
Apparently he's a bit shy.
No, man. I'll even come and sit on the lounge and have a beer.
He'll be watching this episode, sitting at home on his lounge. He could be in here.
That's right. Could be on the lounge having a few beers and laughing at Chris. But anyway, we'll take a short break and we'll be back shortly.
Hello.
Welcome back to Talking Schmidt. Talking Schmidt brought to you by Full Throttle Barbecue, and I don't even have to ask who caller number one is after that. But how are you, caller number one?
I'm fabulous. How are you, Big Dinas?
Yeah, not too bad. We had a win on the weekend.
What an exciting game that was.
Yeah, it was good.
Referee did everything he could to get the bloody bunnies over the line too, didn't he?
Yeah, and it didn't work. But no,
Goodness
it was a good
me,
game.
I was starting to get a bit emotional watching the game.
Over the game, or
Well, of course. I mean, like, you wanted to see, obviously, Greg Maher's Newcastle with his 3 tries. He deserved to win.
you're a big fan of the Marju, are you?
Not as much as you.
Oh, yeah. Fair
Well, a
enough.
fan of him or a fan of Marzu? Which way are we going there? You a big fan of
Oh,
Dean
why
or...
He's only human.
Yeah.
They call him Big Dinas for no reason.
Why do you think she married me? Little hands.
I'm going to reserve my judgment on that.
No, it was a good game, and I'll tell you what, I won't go into it yet because it could be someone's player, but there's a few players from the Knights on the weekend that played exceptionally well. So, yeah, it was good to see.
It was quite the game. I'm sad I missed it because I've been up in Sydney this week.
Oh, have you?
Yes, I've been visiting some of the establishments in the city, and there's a particular street which has been fun, but I've been on my way to Tamworth.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I want to start a rainbow country music festival up there. I thought about calling it the Charlie Pride Parade.
Fair enough.
So what are you doing?
Yes.
You still in Sydney, are you?
No, I'm just heading up the North Coast now because look, to be honest, Terence has been a bit hit and miss, so I thought I'd just take a bit of a mental health break without him and see which way things blow for me.
Fair enough.
I met a few people in Sydney too, but that's my secret.
You didn't happen to come to Curry last Thursday, did
Wake
you?
up to yourself.
You and Terence.
Wake
You didn't-
up
you
to
didn't-
yourself.
You didn't come into my house at all, did you?
Funny, I was at work.
No, but I'm intrigued now. What's going on?
You've really got to listen to this story.
No, you do not.
All right, last Thursday.
No, we're going to go take a
No,
short
no, no,
break and we'll be back
Dennis.
shortly. Huh?
Let the lady talk.
Last Thursday, Dinas went to work, and he always keeps me awake when he goes to work. I managed to fall back to sleep for a little while. Anyway, I woke up in tears because I busted the big peanut in the shower.
Hang on. Rephrase that. You were
excuse
dreaming.
me?
You were dreaming.
I busted him in the shower with Terence and yourself. I don't know what you were doing, but I didn't hang around too long.
All jokes aside, we had to change the shower head and we were doing some plumbing.
Some head in the shower.
Just to clarify, when you say busting, what are you talking about?
Oh. And make sure you say that out there for everyone. You were dreaming.
Well, I woke up in tears, so who knows?
I was in tears when you told me.
Come on, Big Dinas. We all know you're in for a big hard scrub sometimes.
That bath is getting rather full.
Yeah, okay.
Goodness
Oh,
me,
no.
that would have
There's
been like Gorillas in the Mist, wouldn't it?
Can you imagine Chris? Chris would be there like the dude off.
No, I don't want to imagine Chris.
He'd be there like the copper off Wild Hogs. Four severe cases of jealousy.
In any case, yeah, let's get away from that. Do you think?
Can we?
What do you think the odds are that Knights are going to lose to the Dargons?
No.
Well, they're gonna. All jokes aside, they are gonna beat. They're gonna come out and they're gonna pull someone's pants down. I just hope it's not this weekend.
No.
There's no other team that would be so adept at snatching defeat from the jaws of victory, though, is there? So
They are a side that generally can put a damper on Newcastle. So.
is that Jay back? Is it?
Yeah.
Yes, mate.
Oh, sorry, we got
Oh.
Marchie, Kylie, Mark, and Jay, and Luke in the guest lounge.
My favourite Papa Smurf. How are you, darling?
I'm going great. How's yourself?
Good, thank you. And Mark, wonderful to not hear your voice so far.
Hi.
Is that all you can do?
That's pretty much it.
He's been waiting a long time for that.
Disappointed, yes, I know. We do love our Marks.
He's nearly blushing.
I'm not saying nothing. Anyway,
Probably a good thing, to be honest. So, but yeah, so I just got this funny feeling that it'll be a classic Newcastle thing to lose this weekend.
let's hope you're wrong.
I think there's only
Well, of
one.
course, we hope I'm wrong.
I think there's only one team that the Dragons at the moment could beat, and that'd be Parramatta. I think.
No, I don't know. They're gonna go bang.
I just can't see it happening.
Or the Titans.
Yeah, maybe the Titans, but
it's
Yeah, how
round
disappointing were
18.
they? I thought they'd be a bit more sprightly after a week off, but they were useless, weren't they?
yes, yeah.
Anyway, how's Christopher, darling?
Yeah, he's all right. I'm all right, Simon. I'm
Has
not
his,
sure. Not sure if you've seen, but he had a head shave and an eyebrow missing.
Yes, I was going to ask if it's grown back yet, but now you've told me about the hair instead, so I wonder if that's grown back.
Oh,
We're going to make it a permanent thing.
I think
So he does. Yeah, that's a horrifying thought. But look, anyway, I just wanted to say hello and get you on my show again,
Yeah.
and
Thanks for having
say
us.
thank you and let you know I had been in Sydney.
The
I
Ginger
did
Cat's
meet
in
a nice-
Sydney, actually.
I did meet a nice red-headed gentleman. I wonder if that's the same one.
Yeah, the Ginger Cat is in Sydney. Now you say it.
So what we
Was that Corey Horsberg?
No, our Ginger Cat.
Wouldn't mind a bit of Corey Horsberger.
Oh.
what were you doing in Sydney?
Oh, well, yeah, I found out this wonderful place called Oxford Street.
Yeah,
And
you're
it was...
a couple of weeks late for that.
No, there's always residual. I should be careful what I say. It was, as I said, I was on the way to Tamworth. I don't know how well I'll be treated in Tamworth, but I'm going to fight for the Charlie Pride Parade.
It'd be interesting to see if that gets off the ground.
Well, yeah, if anyone can get it up, I'm sure we can, so...
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not him? You know, it's not me. It's.
What?
It was you in the shower.
Oh yeah. On that note, I think it's time we.
And by the way, I think you should find yourself a good therapist, crazy lady.
I need one.
If you're having dreams like that, there's something very disturbing going on for you.
It's whatever's coming out of his mouth or in it.
Want to reverse the role later?
And you and Chris instead.
Yeah, on that note, mate, yeah, we're signing off now. We can't have no trouble hearing you, but thanks for
Yep,
calling in, eh?
Ta-ta.
All right, cheers, mate.
Bye,
See
mate.
ya.
So,
Bye-bye.
Bye.
The power of hanging up the phone when I can. Caller number 2, who we got there?
Yeah, we got Corey, guys. How are you?
G'day, Corey, guys. How are you?
Corey,
Oh,
five
not
guys.
bad.
Is that Corey Five Guys or?
Oh, you wish.
No. Well, anyway, Jeremy, what's your question for us, mate?
This season, a few of the big heavy hitter teams are having a disappointing season, and a lot of the bottom 8 teams from last year are having cracker seasons. Which team, other than the team that you support, is having the best season in 2026?
I'd have to go the Tigers right
Yeah, so far,
Yeah.
definitely the Tigs.
Yep.
Roosters?
Nah, they're always thereabouts, mate.
Yeah.
The
they've been in
Warriors?
the 8 for
Warriors
ages.
have been there for a few years now. The Broncos, Roosters.
Warriors?
Yeah, but they've been there for a couple of years now.
Prob-
So
Tigers or bunnies?
Yeah, it definitely has to be the Tigers for me.
For me, it'd be the Tigers.
Bunnies last year were just
Even
injury
Newcastle.
riddled.
I know it's the team I support, but throw it up there. We're going all right. But yeah, it's got to be the Tigers. But yeah,
Yeah, I've got Newcastle or Tigers as the biggest improvers.
And I'll add to that question while he's there. And you can't say St George, but who's been the most disappointing in your eyes?
Canterbury.
Melbourne.
Canberra Raiders for me.
Parramatta. I had high hopes for them.
I thought they would have got a lot better than they have, but
Given
you.
the
I've got to
injuries.
say Melbourne.
Yeah, Melbourne, Canberra, and probably Para. I thought they would all be in the eight, to be honest.
Pre-season wise, you thought Parramatta
sorry.
would be thereabouts.
For sure.
Well, I would have thought they'd be closer to the 4 than the bottom 4.
Yeah.
Given the injuries, but yeah.
Yeah, but true. But Raiders, I know they're coming all right, but I still expected a lot more early on from them.
From minor premiership to where they are.
Yeah. But you see that from time to time, don't you?
Yeah.
That sort of...
The hangover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, in my opinion, I'd have to say Melbourne, just because so used to seeing them being so dominant,
100%.
especially so early in the season, and for them to be, as low as they are. That's Tigers for the best, and then Melbourne for the worst.
Have you got? Is there another part to your question, or is that it?
Oh, that's pretty much it. Like, from what I've seen this year, like some of these heavy hitter teams are not performing, and I just wanted to hear what your guys' opinion was. That's all.
100%.
And who do you think it is?
The Tigers have been a big surpriser for me. I haven't seen a team that the Tigers have got gel so quickly, and they're starting to be really a bit scary towards a heavy hitting team. So
It'd be
I
interesting.
think they're going to be there at the end of the year.
I think the injuries might tell over the next couple of weeks, but I think they'll come back. They'll bounce back from the next few rounds
Yeah,
while they're short a couple of players.
I reckon they
definitely-
went better without Jerome in the side, to be honest. I know it's a big call, but they did.
I think they did.
But then weekend come about, and they were looking good.
Yeah.
Adam Dewey gets hurt. Jock comes
And he's
in.
going to be a massive loss.
And it just sort of threw him out a little bit because he doesn't seem to be one of those players that seems to gel well with Jerome.
Yeah.
He's, I guess, it's a similar nature. Running games.
Well, hopefully.
I've actually found Kai Pearce-Paul's been. I've actually found that Kai Pearce-Paul's been one of their better players, and he's just gelling over there at the Tigers at the moment.
I hate to say it, but we said this last year before he even left the Knights, how good of a player he's going to be, and he's still so young. It's scary to figure. He could. How good that bloke can be is a scary thought, to be honest. But
I don't think our previous coaching staff knew how to get the best out of him.
100% they didn't. Half the players we've lost over the last years. Leo Thompson even, although Leo's not going that good at the moment.
He had an absolute barrier on the weekend.
But they're not. They didn't use him to his potential either. You know what I mean? Same as when Clement was there. They changed Clement's style of playing. So, anyway. Hopefully that's answered your question, champion, and enjoy the rest of the show. And,
No worries, and have a good weekend and enjoy the footy.
Cheers, champion.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers.
Take care.
All right, take it easy, guys and girls.
All right. Cheers, champion. Caller number 3. Who we got there?
It's Malcolm here.
G'day, Malcolm. How are you, champion?
Good, mate. How are you?
Good, thanks, mate. What's your question for us?
The question: How do we fix what's happening with the Bulldogs this year? I mean, they were doing okay last year, except till the end. But what do they need to do?
I still think Lloyd Christmas needs to go. I'm not a
So
fan.
does O'Brien.
I was going to say, sack the assistant or the attack coach
Yeah, well, that's a start.
and get rid of Lloyd.
And get rid of Lloyd Christmas.
Like,
That's a start. And, teach Leo how to catch the ball.
I can't remember which commentator it was they were talking about the other day, but that's what their attacking coach has been the problem. They were playing good football last season. They've got a new attacking coach, which was a sack coach, and things have just gone pear-shaped since then. So I think all fingers pointing one direction.
And he'll be
Get
on
rid-
the outer.
He's gotta go.
So say goodbye to Adam O'Brien.
I dare say so. Surely the board's got to see that.
Surely that's
Yeah.
a goodbye to his coaching career too.
You'd imagine so.
What do
Yeah.
you think,
Imagine
Luke?
so.
They're just strangling their 9 at the moment. They've just got no, they can get a quick play of the ball and he's just straight off the deck. So out of marker, they know they don't have to worry about anywhere in the ruck. And I mean, their fullback hasn't had a try assist this year. That doesn't help.
Yeah.
No worries.
Anyway, hopefully that answers your question, but he's all bounced back. But, yeah. So, yeah, he's going this week. But thanks for the call, champion.
No worries.
Enjoy the rest of the show and go the Bulldogs, eh?
Indeed. Cheers.
Thanks, champion.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, guys, that's Talking Schmidt brought to you by Full Throttle Barbecue. We're going to take a short break and be back shortly.
Someone called my eye.
All right, guys, welcome back. Time for What Caught My Eye. What Caught My Eye brought to you by Maitland Bathroom Renovations. And I hear they do good baths. I couldn't help it. Okay, March, you can go first then. Yeah.
We'll start off with the probably the best one I've seen in a very long time. Cameron Serrauto's slip of the tongue in the. I've just come out with one myself.
Tongue.
Slip of the tongue in his
Ting
interview.
Done a ton of work on a short turnaround, and he was carrying a couple of little niggles there. That's why he moved back to the bench.
I won't repeat the word he used, but I'll leave it to the imagination. And yeah,
He was trying to say niggles.
niggles, yeah, and it just didn't. He just left the L out of it, and
Did he?
yeah.
He
But, he did
corrected.
jump straight on it pretty quick.
Luckily,
Excuse
kids
me.
don't pay
But,
attention to press conferences, they?
But surely he won't get in trouble for that.
Oh, he carried on pretty quickly, as you
Yeah.
said, and
Yeah.
just,
Over, but
he didn't draw attention to it.
it was a bit, yeah, it stood out.
100%.
Excellent.
It was a good one.
So, and I've got another one. The interview with Katie Ramsey. He's for what he's done in the last 18 months, 2 years to climb back to where he
100%.
is an absolute stellar effort from anybody. You can see it in his face. I've seen a couple of his interviews now. This was probably one of the least emotional, but you could still see the emotion in his face.
Yeah.
Just to be even walking properly.
Yeah,
You know?
but how much effort's this bloke put in to get back to where he is it's incredible. Good on him, and hopefully his form continues. He has been dropped back to.
Yeah, he's named.
Oh, he's named, is he? Yeah, okay. So hopefully it continues. Hopefully it continues for him.
I like how he thanked both the Dragons and the Roosters. Credited them both to him being able to play.
Yeah, good on him.
And I do have a third one.
Holy Jesus.
Not rugby league related. Young Cameron Dunker, the Curry boy, finally cracked his first win in the Australian Superbikes over the weekend in the first race at the Bend in South Australia. Been racing in the thousands this is his second season, 18 years old, and come up with the goods. Bit of a slip from the leader at the time in Voigt. Cameron snuck up the inside of him and ended up taking the first place.
Nice.
Yeah, good on him.
So a lot to come from that bloke. He's the youngest 600 champion in Australia. Holds the record for that from 2 years ago. Jumped straight on the thousands, and he's racing 30 and 40-year-old blokes. Finally cracked a win. So well done,
Yeah,
Cameron.
good on you,
and, all the best for your plans and everything you're coming up. So keep an eye out for him.
Yeah, that's
nice.
it. Good
Get
stuff.
some,
Like a
get
boy.
some good riders that can ride from Curry, mate.
Yeah. There's been a lot. There's a lot more to come from Cam.
Yeah.
There's a lot of riders. We hear them every night, don't you?
Yeah, I had a chat with him in Melbourne when I was down there a
Yeah,
couple of weeks ago. I caught up and had lunch with him, and he's got some big plans. So just
Yeah, good
watch
on
this
him.
space.
Yeah,
Good
good
on
on
him.
him.
Golly.
Well, Pete's he sent me this one and said that he saw somebody in the crowd
Yeah,
in the background there. Stands out like a sore thumb.
yeah, true that. Yeah.
Everyone's in
true.
their Knights colours. Smitter's in black.
Yeah, well, and I wish the Knights would bring out a black jersey. I'd wear it, but reaping the KTP gear,
Reaping or repping?
same thing.
Wearing.
Yeah.
Just say wearing.
Not the same.
Yeah.
And okay, so my first one is ABC Sport. They're saying that we see more bums. Well, you do. You get excited.
No, but it's got
In
to
the
show the
game.
crack and squirrel. Like, it's not the same if there's no crack.
Budgie smugglers are okay, unless they're those daggy ones. I think it was Alamotti had rubber ducky ones.
Someone else had something too, but who was it? Montoya? No,
Oh, you should know.
no. It was what's his name? Comes off the bench for the dog.
Satilli?
Satilli. He don't wear any. He just
It's a
wears.
jock strap, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all it is.
Pretty game.
Yeah.
They should have a competition.
What? So you can get a rush at the most.
What they should do is every player is to wear budgie smugglers for for a season and come up with the best budgie smugglers at the end of the year and have an award for it.
Yeah, 100%.
That'd be something. They do try celebrations and that. Why not do the budgie smugglers?
I'll
You
just
do
thought
see a lot of them.
I thought of an idea. I'll talk to you in the break.
You'd be glued to the TV every single game, just going, "Don't interrupt me! I'm
Record.
trying to spot the budgie smugglers."
Yeah, no.
They have a budgie smuggler race at Magic
mate,
Round for the Newcastle.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's not the.
Give me a
It's,
plug, mate. You won.
it's not a. It's not a. It's not the same if they get daxed.
Yeah.
Unless there's ask. Like that's
Bit
funny.
of bum crack show.
Yeah, that's funny. But if budgies are out, that's anyway.
My second one is a dedicated Warriors supporter with a massive Warriors tattoo on the back of his head, which would have been painful.
They lose, you just grow your hair.
Yeah,
exactly. I was just having a look to see how the shave looked on it. He's got a decent head of hair, so he'd be able to cover it up.
That's one spot I probably wouldn't get a tattoo is my head.
Oh, it'd kill.
Yeah, not my cup of tea.
No.
Anyway, moving on. What caught Smitter's eye? One of the Knights mascots. It's a team version of a knight. It is absolutely terrible. I don't know what the hell they're thinking here, but
It's a creature.
Oh, good
Well, what's that?
Lord.
It's like a wish version of Jason Momoa.
it does a bit, eh?
Yeah.
It's like a cross between a samurai with his
It does.
ponytail and.
Why couldn't they just have a bloke walking around with a knight's helmet on?
That'd be
Well, why don't they just
Common
leave the
sense.
one that's
Yeah.
there?
like that's not even a knight.
No,
No,
that's just another figurine, the character they've just thrown out there for the kids to want to wave at, basically.
But what do you even call that? Like, there's Novo, whatever his name is.
It's like a skinny sumo wrestler.
But what do you call that?
Dickhead. Sorry.
Not
Anyway.
To be
quite
honest.
sure.
And my second one was a classic case of Cody Walker losing his mind again. Yeah. There's nothing in that. I didn't think the lead up to that. But
Poor Dylan Brown.
see, old mate there, number 12. What's his name?
Tallis Duncan.
Look who he's trying to take on.
I like Tallis.
He's
He's
got
got
a bit
some
of
tick
mongrel
up.
about him,
Yeah,
hasn't he?
but would you be going after Trey Mooney? I think I'd go after
Mate,
someone else.
I
Well-
watched that. I just thought to myself, that is so typical. He thought they were going to get over the line.
Oh, 100%.
And there was absolutely nothing whatsoever. Like,
No.
all
The
it
Trot
was,
didn't get up and say anything.
Phoenix just sort of let
was
over.
over.
Now, how many times did they do that? Like,
Yeah,
you
but
see
if-
Latrell do it a million times. to
But if
other
there was
players.
anything wrong,
Correct.
Latrell would have got straight up.
Absolutely. He
So-
wasn't injured from it.
No.
So where's the third man penalty come in?
That's
Exactly.
right.
You know, like he's
He
incited
ran-
that into a fight.
He did
Ted.
get penalised.
Yeah, it was a penalty in the
But-
end.
Yeah, but 10 in the bin.
10 in the bin.
Correct.
I know the game is over.
Third
but
man.
it's not
Seconds.
good.
It doesn't matter. Like it still
But he
goes on
runs
his
from a
record then.
distance, and it's blatant in front of
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
And even when
Well,
they're
have a look
shaking
how close the
hands,
camera
Yeah.
was to it.
He's
Just
still
to have
hot
a
headed.
shot at Phoenix for doing it.
Yeah, but as you say, Mark,
he was still going after shaking hands. He was still, and then Phoenix, like a little terrier, kept following him and giving it to him as well, which was,
I would.
but he wouldn't shake hands.
But no, he wouldn't.
But I just think, like if you're gonna pick someone on the team, wouldn't you go for Phoenix or something, not Trey Mooney? Anyway, but that's the thing. They know nothing's going to happen. It's all.
Size doesn't matter though.
But
Apparently.
but if you have a look at that, the end of this
You're in
video, he's not much smaller than Trey Mooney
Yeah,
anyway,
true.
really. Like you have a look when they grab each other here.
Oh, Tallis. He's
Yeah.
pretty thick across
he's
the
a
shoulders.
fairly,
mate. Yeah.
fairly big sort of character, really.
But or on the subject too, I will give Latrell credit too. Before the game, he went around for a long time signing a lot of kids' autographs and stuff too. So there is a lot of bag stuff about Latrell, but credit where credit's due. He did spend a fair bit of time with the fans there before the game. So, anyway, Mark?
So Victor Radley in his game, he was put on a report, I think, 4 separate times, which is probably not unusual for him. He's been sin bin twice in a game before, and he was doing an interview with Fox Sports and found out the verdict, and he was a little bit surprised. He thought it was April Fool's because he was cleared on every single charge.
How?
Brown paper bags?
I don't know. He'd certainly have carryover points.
But
imagine
how he gets cleared for that, but then Jack Cogger's little tap, he gets a week.
Oh, Brandy thought it was quite funny.
I liked his little comment too, where he said, "Oh, I was going to use this jacket to go to the judiciary, so I might just take it to the races now."
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, that's gold.
Jay?
Again, back to the Newcastle South game. I don't know. What do you say? Attitude of a man that probably should retire from the game because clearly every little niggling thing is getting the better of him. If his team doesn't win, here he is flicking off. Well, it doesn't matter whether it's Casey Badger or not, but he's flicking off the touchy after she's trying to explain to him what he's actually done and what the penalty's for and why he shouldn't do it. And he's just like, yeah, see ya, whatever.
You're not bigger than the game, mate.
No. And it just... You watch him when he plays. If they win, you see nothing from him. Not even the niggle, no, nothing. But the minute that he knows that they're either losing or they're going to lose, that's the bipolar bloke.
Oh, there was nothing in that with Phoenix. No. Like, as I said, if there was on Latrell, Latrell's not going to lay down. He's going to be straight up.
Yep.
So for Latrell not to get up, there was nothing in it.
There was nothing in it. 100%, there was nothing in it.
But as you said, it doesn't matter if it's Casey or not. Respect is respect.
100%, mate. These are officials. At the end of the day,
are they
NRL or not? They're still out there with the yellow shirt on and a flag or colour.
If he gave it to the male touch charge, it wouldn't be so. But I mean,
what do you
but
mean?
it's just
because
it's just his attitude in general, mate. Like,
all them little kids sitting there watching,
they're
going to think it's acceptable to do that to women.
He shouldn't do it to anybody.
No, he shouldn't. But
you need to teach everybody with respect.
I understand that, but I'm saying that's a little bit worse than.
You got to give respect.
You get what I'm saying?
Respect.
I watched the player on the weekend. One of the boys got knocked out from a shoulder to the head, and the young green sock touchy, he would have been 14 at best.
Was that mate?
No, it was at Coro.
Yeah.
And the young fella's come on the field with his flag up. We were straight onto the player on the ground and
to stop the game.
He's stopped the game and the touchy's come running on. Like I say, he was about 14 years old at best, and he's put his report in. I was standing in earshot, called the player out. The player all bar abused him.
Yep.
Referee didn't say a word to him. I thought, these young kids, like, I've been in that position. Well, I've been in, I did it back in the day.
Yeah.
I did it when I was refereeing back in the day, and you've got to start somewhere. And
I understand that.
And if you're only running touch, you're an official.
And the kids are wearing green
Yep.
socks.
Yep. So they know who they are.
Everyone knows that they are under the age of 18.
Yep.
Well, maybe there should be a harsher penalty if you're abusing these kids on the sideline.
Yeah.
But in that,
100%, mate.
in that instance, that's where the referee should have said, mate, pull your head in.
See, these ones, they get paid big money.
Yeah.
If they can't do their job.
Still doesn't give them the right.
I'm not saying. I'm saying about.
But it goes. It doesn't matter. Like
from the top to the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly
it
the same
happens.
thing.
Oh, I'm not saying players. Players should not be doing it. But if crowd are going to get into them,
but
that's part of
you
the job.
see his face in the pic that I said, and thanks to the person that actually put it out there, because like it's clear he could not give a hoot.
Yeah, what she's saying
as to what is going on, and she's clearly just trying to explain to him, like, mate, dude, you can't run 15 metres and push somebody for something that
she should have put a flag up. Dissent.
And you get the idiots trying to justify it, going, "Oh, but she's a shit ref anyway. She's crap at her job." You know how freaking hard it would be to do that job.
Well,
I don't want to do it.
I've seen a documentary with her and her husband, and that lady going through the ranks and then marrying Gavin Badger, and they treated her like she was an outcast.
Oh, he
because
got
they
treated like
thought-
shit too.
They thought that she married him so that she could get up in the ranks.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Well, I
the case at
remember
all.
Paul Simpkins.
Yep.
You remember Paulie Simpkins,
Yep.
Curry boy.
Yep.
I remember when he got the call up to go to Sydney.
Yep.
That's when I was
Didn't realise
refereeing
he
at
was
the
a curry
time.
boy.
Yeah, Curry boy. Yep. Police officer. And I remember, we had him turn up to a couple of presentation nights after. He won everything. He was a really
he
good
was.
referee.
Yep.
And he was saying how hard it was to get to where he got to. And it's not just the work you got to put in; it's what you got to put up with.
Oh,
You know,
100%.
even just walking down the street.
Yeah.
Even
You know?
mate that had a shocker on the weekend. What was his name?
Liam.
Liam. Yeah. They cop a lot when they come
Oh
on.
yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
he was looking at the copper when he was walking down the tunnel.
Yeah. He shakes the
Help
copper's
me.
hands a couple of times.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Not on the weekend. The copper
Nah.
didn't even look at him. He must have been cranky too.
But I do understand where crowd gets frustrated. But you can get frustrated, you can boo them, you can that, but don't take it too far
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, they are human. But
Well, as everyone says, mate, without them,
there's
the
no game.
There's no
doesn't
game.
happen.
I mean,
It's the
I-
same without this one.
for that type of money, but they're on pretty good wicket. So they do have to get.
If you want to do
It's
that,
not so much the
type-
referees.
Yeah.
It's the gooses on the sideline with a flag that don't help that referee.
Yep.
Like, really, there's so many forward passes on the weekend that were right in front of a touchy and let go. But then all of a sudden, the referee's incompetent. No, it's that bloke on the sideline or lady. What are they watching if they're not picking up these forward passes?
Yeah. Makes you wonder.
I don't know, mate.
So, okay, if we put their contracts back 50 grand each year and said you get performance-based bonuses, you watch the standard referee and improve.
But if you're going to do it, you got to have thick skin.
I'll do it then.
You have to understand, and you've got to be able to tolerate the abuse and the language. But look at old mate from the Canberra Grand Final, whatever his name was, the referee. Like he said afterwards, he didn't leave the house for like 6 weeks after that game because he knew that he'd made the mistake, but he was expecting the backlash and and it's not just them, mate.
Yeah,
It's
some go too
somehow
far.
their families get brought into it, and it's just, mate, at the end of the day, they're human.
It is a
happens
game.
if something goes wrong and you're not happy with it, mate, just take a breath and get on with it.
Keep your new way
Yeah,
going.
I am. Sorry, Luke. Your turn,
All
mate.
good. Mine was, I thought this was a little cheeky thing from Reed Marnie. Shared the Bulldogs scoreline that the Bulldogs actually posted it himself.
Good on him. Shit stirrer.
Yeah, just a little subtle thing.
Yeah,
But
there you go. Good on you.
and the second one was this poor little kid.
Shadow,
Thought he'd
wasn't
go to the Tigers game to enjoy himself, and
Yeah.
If that's his
found
mum
himself
or
in tears with about 10 to go.
his mum or his sister's with him, she's probably rubbing it in.
Yeah, she's
looks
not
pretty
helping the
happy.
situation.
No, I don't think so.
She had
When
a
you
Sharks
first
jersey.
see it, mate, the poor bugger, he's fucking just like,
Yeah.
He's only got to
She's
go,
just
look up the ladder.
yeah. And she was just laughing
Yeah.
because it actually got on camera
Yeah.
for everyone to see.
But things like that are priceless. In times to come, they're memories that you can't erase. And
Yeah.
No, because the
Absolutely.
kid will be in counselling.
Yeah.
Mum's a bully.
All right, that's what caught my eye for this week. Brought to you by Maitland Bathroom Renovations. And you can have that bit of paper if you like. And it is time for
Stuff you
the
may have missed.
hamster's spinning, but the wheel's dead. We don't have this week. Stuff you may have missed, brought to you by Empire Guard.
And I don't wanna miss a thing.
Shout out to Big Nige, been a bit crook lately. Brian Tuttle making a post-game video thanking fans, but instead of saying his name, he said, "Hi guys, it's Ivan Cleary from the Panthers."
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ivan Cleary here from the
He
Panthers.
is an absolute. Oh, honestly, I'm not just saying it because it's Kylie's team, and you know,
It's your team too, apparently.
I love the bloke too. I think he's great. I don't want him to leave Penrith. I want him to stay. He's just an absolute larrikin. We need more Brian Tuttles in the game.
Yep.
It would be hard to look at, as much as it is, it would be hard to look at that bloke in another jersey. But not just that, his comedy and his wit that he has in the dressing sheds when they actually catch him on camera and stuff, and it wouldn't be the same.
Though even when we talk to him at the game, he just has a funny jig with you. And I mean,
Nothing serious, too serious with him that he can't have a laugh about.
well, we give him a carton of Coke. Someone else give him half a
He had
carton of
arms
Coke.
full of Coke Zero running away.
And he just, he just comes past and goes, God bless you and your family for the support you give. So he remembers who you are, and he's so humble. Like, I love the bloke. I think he's amazing what he does on the field and off the field. Anyway, the second one, a game, Fred, for next week come up on our page, and it's Margie is dressed in dragon's gear, and Chris wrote underneath it, mine.
You could see Marty's heart drop then.
He wrote under Margie, mine. I was wondering, was he after the game, Fred, or was he saying Margie's mine?
It could have been worse. He could have wrote, I'll do it.
I've done that one before. Oh, sorry. As soon as I seen that, I said to Kylie, that's going on this week's show.
Social media, that bloke.
Oh, some things just write themselves, and that was one of them. And the third one, I come across a post that said, in Japan, there are clubs where you pay to have someone make you cry. Someone commented underneath, they have this in Australia too. They are called St. George Illawarra Dragons. So, stuff you may have missed. So if you've got any good stuff you may have missed, feel free to send them in.
Absolutely.
We love them here.
What is that? Is that Simon and Terence?
Anyway, play of the round brought to you by Kogan Haulage Contractors.
Player.
Because I'm here and I was pretty excited about this.
Here
one.
and you're.
It's a bit harsh. Anyway, Smitter's player of the round this week was Greg Marju. He gets a lot of pitchforks in him at times from people, but played an absolute balmy of a game last week. 3 tries, 19 runs with 193 metres gained, 41 post-contact metres, 3 line breaks, 1 line break assist and 4 tackle breaks. And like some of them tries were pretty, like it's not like he just fell over the line. Yeah. There was a few I could have had, but I had to also give a special mention out to Trey Mooney. 2 tries, 15 runs, with 143 metres gained, 35 post contact metres, 2 line breaks, 5 tackle breaks, and 12 hit ups. And he's settled into it's home now, isn't it? Well, he come out this week too, and pretty much said he's found home. So I was sad to see Leo go, but I'm pretty excited with this.
He was sort of one that I kept an eye on in the early rounds, and he hasn't disappointed at all.
No, I'm really impressed with him. Things are only going to get better.
Is he a New South Welshman or a Queenslander?
He's a Kiwi.
New South Wales eligible.
Oh, he's New South Wales. Whoa!
But he's only 23 years old.
I was going to say probably not this year, but if he continues into next year,
if we're running short,
I don't think we're running short.
I think we've got about 12 front rowers that we can pick from.
But who's in form? I know Ford's in form, but he's just, I don't know. I just don't know about Origin.
I'd love to see Jackson Ford in there, mate. I reckon he's
I can't see any reason why he wouldn't be.
He's an absolute machine for someone that is not overly big, but just motors.
Oh, he does, 100%. But you put Trey Mooney on the bench with Hudson Young and Spencer Linu.
I think I think he give him the season, give him this season.
We'll put him in
and then
around camp.
Yeah, get him into camp, but I don't think not into the side yet. I think he needs to get his legs properly. I know he's playing good football, but a young head, get his head into it correctly before they throw him in the deep end.
In the Maori side this year too, the Maori also he played well. Cool.
Mine is Matt Tomoko, 25 runs with 324 run metres, 126 post-contact metres, 1 line break, 5 tackle breaks and 1 hit up.
Fair enough.
Jackson Ford, I think I've had him 3 times this year as my player of the round, and
glad you continued.
Yeah, he's just like you just said. He's just going on in leaps and bounds. 1 try, 2 offloads, 1 line break, 2 tackle breaks, 50 from 51 tackles, and that's the reason I think he should be in the New South Wales side for that reason.
So when's Origin picked?
Should be 2 weeks,
All
yeah.
right. Next week, we're going to have a quick little chat and we're going to pick our own
our
Origin.
Origin.
Between us. Like, we'll go
Yep.
through it quickly and just go
Yep.
who we think that our Origin side
How
will be.
Jackson Ford in that game got no Dalian votes as beside me.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder sometimes who's picking this, how, why, that, you know.
Well, who does pick it?
I think it was Brianne
Don't know
Sims
anymore.
got busted once, didn't you? She gave points to someone that didn't even play half the game. And they said, well, where were you? She goes, I was actually not watching the game. This is before she became a commentator.
Yeah.
Isn't it 3? They're chosen 3 people, ex-players.
Yeah,
or,
it's 2, yeah, and they pick a 3-2-1 each.
Yeah, and they're picked well in advance of that game, and they're told they have to watch the game to make sure that they're doing the right thing and picking.
That'd be a good job. I'd do it.
I think it'd be awesome. Good way to
Freaking
just
hell.
watch football, mate. What
Sit
else
at
are you gonna
home, eating full throttle pies, drinking beer, watching the game. What more do you want?
And
After round 14 or whatever it is, it goes behind closed doors, so no one even knows who you're picking.
exactly.
Anyway,
And I have a special mention, Teague Wilton.
Yeah.
3 tries, 1 line break, 1 tackle break, 31 from 31 tackles, 1 penalty, 1 error. But for those 3 tries, he had 9 runs. So pretty,
Unreal.
yeah, pretty good effort for 3 tries from the back row. He was on the, when he needed to grab that ball, he was just there for it.
100%.
So yeah, that was my special mention.
Look,
I've gone for a bloke in a losing side, but I thought he was massive. Hamoli Olakuatu.
oh, 100%.
20 runs, 180 metres, 86 in post contact, 7 tackle breaks, 1 line break, 2 offloads, but 41 tackles, 0 missed.
He's another one that is in my Origin 17 somewhere.
Yeah, and they threw lots of traffic at that edge because they were trying to get at Joey Walsh. For him to have 41 tackles, and like I said, Joey Walsh made 30 odd himself.
Yeah.
Which I've got down as an honourable mention. I don't have his stats weren't great, but he held his gloves up high.
For 19, mate.
Fair enough. Jay,
Oh, okay.
we're going around and changing up
Well,
this
Jay.
week.
Sorry, mate. Dylan Brown. I think he's getting...
Yeah.
Newcastle's definitely getting their money for value at the moment, and I'm hoping it stays that way because he's in good form. 2 try assists, 1 line break, 16 tackles, 12 runs, 104 run meters, 24 post contact is big. It's not big numbers, but for somebody that's directing traffic, 2 tackle breaks, 4 offloads, 222 kick meters. I think he's just finding his feet at Newcastle now. I think he's
Enjoying his
that
football.
little bit of a hiccup with his knee. He doesn't seem to be as hampered as Paul Sharpies is, but
Sharpie's not on his game.
No. But no, mate, I actually don't mind watching Newcastle now and actually seeing the halves make the game worth Newcastle's. And it was big with all the extras that come back in.
100%. Mark.
Nico Hines.
Yes.
So 1 try, 2 offloads, try assist, 2 line break, 20 points, 14 tackles, 14 runs for 151 metres, 5 kicks for 147 metres. So
Yeah,
he
he
controlled the game and
Good to see.
Yeah.
Good to see, Nico. But I also will say, too, I'll give a shout out to Dylan Lucas. I could have picked him as well. I thought he played really well. And there's another one that fringe Origin play. Anyway. That's Play of the Round, brought to you by Kogan Haulage Contractors. We're going to take a short break and be back shortly. All right, welcome back. Time for the Sign Shop Jokes of the Week. Crazy Ladies Jokes of the Week, brought to you by the Sign Shop. Gamble responsibly.
What? A policeman pulls Chris over for speeding. Have you been drinking, sir? Chris replies, yes, officer. I have had about 8 largies, 2 bottles of rum and 6 Bacardi and Cokes. The policeman replies, what the hell are you doing driving? I couldn't effing walk, replied Chris.
We know that's true. He can't walk
No.
downstairs.
No, definitely not.
Stand.
Or Stan, yeah. That may be his new nickname, Stan.
Lean.
Anyway.
Luke goes for a job in the local general store. The boss, Smitter, says, "Let me show you how it's done." A customer walks in and asks for a packet of grass seeds. Smitter says, "Sir, when the grass grows, you will need shears, and after that you will need a mower." The customer replies, "I never thought of that," and leaves after spending $250. "That's how it's done," says Smitter. The next customer is yours. A man walks in and asks for a packet of Tampax. Luke replies with, "Would you like a mower as well, sir?" The man replies, "Why would I want a mower?" Luke replies, "Well, your weekend's stuffed, so you may as well cut the grass."
True.
Oh, nice.
Jay goes into a pet shop and says to one of the employees, "I need a guard dog to protect my apartment." The employee responds, "I have the perfect dog for you." She then shows him a Chihuahua. Jay was not impressed and said, "I need a dog that can guard our home and fend off burglars." "A Chihuahua can't do that." "But this is no regular Chihuahua, it's an attack Chihuahua," replied the employee. "Here, I'll show you how it works. Attack Chihuahua, chair." The employee pointed to a chair and Jay watched as the Chihuahua destroyed the chair, leaving only splinters behind. "Wow," said Jay, "but I still think we need a real guard dog." "Are you sure?" replied the employee. "Here, I'll show you again. Attack Chihuahua, table." The employee pointed to a table and again the Chihuahua absolutely destroyed the table. Jay said, okay, I'll take it." When he got home, his wife, Chris, was very angry. "Why did you buy a Chihuahua?" she yelled at him. "Because," he responded, "this is no ordinary Chihuahua. This is an attack Chihuahua." "Attack my ass," Chris responded.
Oh, that was all.
What was the dog's name? Marchie?
Marchie.
Sorry, mate.
Marchie's not
No,
coming
you're
in.
not.
He's
You're
not
not
coming
sorry
in
at all.
this week.
I'm sick.
Not as sick as him.
Sorry.
Love it.
Oh.
I should make some jokes about you now.
No.
That you've come out of the bathroom.
Oh,
Okay.
there you are. Easy. You've come out of the shower.
Hey, Will Upskip, it's time for you to go now then. Anyway, thanks for everything, and special day for us on Sunday.
Yeah, Mother's Day.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, happy
Oh,
Mother's
yeah, I
Day to all the
forgot about
mothers out there. And our wedding anniversary,
How long have we been married?
12 years.
Oh, very good.
Mm.
You've
Helps
been
it-
practicing.
Helps that he's got a tattoo on his chest of the date.
I do too. But no, I know that. But yeah, so that's 12 years of your life.
Well,
Maybe.
hope you have a good Mother's Day, Kylie.
And
Thank
to
you.
all their mothers out there,
Yes.
while we're still got in there,
Yep.
happy Mother's Day. We do appreciate you. You know, we all of our mothers. Yeah.
The foundation of every family.
Oh yeah, 100%. And yeah, enjoy it with whatever you're doing on Sunday. We're going out full throttle for Mother's Day actually. Yeah.
I didn't know they were having the all-you-can-eat thing out there.
No, it's not
No,
this
that
one.
Oh,
It's
isn't it? I
last
thought
weekend.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Right.
But we all should get together soon and do that one.
Yeah, very soon.
Why didn't you tell me about that?
Yeah, Sunday.
That's not all you can eat. Not this week.
That was
Oh,
last
no.
week.
That was last week, yeah.
Oh,
No, it's I think they've got make your own cowboy hat for the mums.
yeah,
Mums, Chris. Mums. And it's make your own cowboy hat, not cowboy.
And raffles.
So yeah, we're giving them a few things to give away too, as we always do. So anyway,
Yeah,
thanks
awesome.
very much, and I'll give you a present later.
Back rub.
Yeah, that too. On that note,
Before or
we'll
after?
take a short break, and we'll be
In
back
between.
shortly.
honest.
All right, guys, welcome back to the week that was. Week that was brought to you by ProMine. Kick it off there, Mark.
Cowboys 28, Bulldogs 12.
Yeah, very disappointing. This one, I expected more from the Bulldogs. They were absolutely terrible. I mean, it didn't help that Kurt Mann did go down as well, but yeah, Leo Thompson for a starter, like he couldn't catch a ball.
He had 15 minutes. So you'd definitely like back.
Yeah.
He was the best Cowboy player on the field
You won't see Leo play that badly again this year.
Well, you want to hope not.
because he'll be dropped afterwards.
For An $850,000 prop.
Yeah, pretty expensive.
Yeah, and I'd say he'd be the first one to put his hand up. So he expects better from himself as well. So he'll bounce back. Cowboys motoring on well. Time will tell.
They're doing their thing.
Hot and cold, mate.
That's the problem, and they're doing people's tips in.
Oh.
You just don't know.
So the Bulldogs.
Yeah, true. Moving on to the next one.
Storm's run continues. So Dolphins 28, Storm 10.
Bit of information on that too. Only 4 teams in the history of rugby league in Australia have made the finals after losing 7 straight, and no one has won a premiership. So definitely the pen going for me. I don't care if they turn around. I just can't see them going too far if they do remotely make the 8.
Well, Saints will make the top 8 with 6 or 7 teams getting knocked out for salary cap, and they'll go close.
Optimistic. Anyway, moving on.
Raiders 28, Titans 12. That was 13th place, 14th. That was
close-ish. Wasn't blown out of the water like some of the other scores. Like high-scoring games. I mean, like the Knights and.
It's not really a return to form. It was sort of just
tight
scraped
little
by.
tussle.
Just get over the chalk sort of thing, was it?
Yeah, it wasn't exciting.
That's Canberra too. Canberra never going to blow anyone out of the water. They're always just going to win scrappy.
They should. But
Yeah,
there's
but
something wrong
you
with
look at the last 5 years, they've never really blown anyone out of the water.
Yeah, they've won a lot of close games, a lot of 6 and less.
It's just Canberra. Get you in a grind and...
Eels 40. Oh, sorry. Next one, Mark.
Warriors 36, Eels 14.
Warriors just motoring on, doing what they have to.
Again, it wasn't overly impressive. But
I was going to say, it took the Warriors a little bit just to find that groove and just to take off.
Are they at home this week?
No, they had like 4 on the trot.
On the trot.
Yeah, they had a few home early.
As soon as they go home and play at home again,
they got to buy.
Watch them kick back into gear. They need it. The Warriors are a team that need a home game, a night home game that sort of like re-energises them.
Yep.
And they get home to go.
Get home to their own beds, mate, basically.
Yeah, true. I mean, it's a lot of travelling, isn't it?
Roosters 38, Broncos 24, which was nearly huge comeback at one point.
Yeah, it was getting close. Spencer Linu. What did he get? 5 minutes and 3 runs, they pulled him back on.
Very little, mate.
Yeah, very disgruntled stuff going on with him.
As I said, a lot of people said, no, you don't want him, he can't do nothing. There's a reason why he can't do nothing, because he's not getting the chance. Like, you put him in a team, put him back in the Penrith system, watch him become, But I'd even like to see him at the Knights, 100% I would.
He'd be a good asset in Newcastle, just that little bit of aggression there.
Yeah, him and Trey Mooney and Jacob Saifidi, front row, rotation.
He'd be better at Parramatta.
Yeah.
Poor old Spence, last year when the Roosters weren't going well, he was getting plenty of time because he was aggressive and he was getting on with it. Now that they're actually starting to find a bit of groove, they don't need the big end at the moment because their little blokes are starting to get around and starting to do the hard yards. And
I'll let him go to a club that wants him. We'll have him. I'll have him, 100%. Like Newcastle.
Game of the round, which added a few more grey hairs, but Knights 42, Bunnies 38.
We got off to an absolute belter of a start. What was it, 30-something? Was it
28, 10 and a half time.
But at one stage, we're up 28 or 20-something nil.
Nil, yeah.
And half-time happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, lost a bit of momentum. 1 or 2 calls went certain ways, or 1 or 2 mistakes, and then they just capitalised every mistake.
They also said that 38 points is the highest losing margin.
Second
highest
in history.
Yeah, that's you don't lose with 38 points on the board, do you?
No,
you don't expect to.
That's ridiculous.
Expect to.
No.
I think Newcastle still, over the years, still have shown that they do it tough defensively.
They've
when
got a
the
15-minute
games are on the
sleep in
line.
them.
Yeah, they literally just
Half time
Got them
kills
bundles.
us. If
Yeah.
games were won in 40 minutes, wouldn't be sweet.
Oh,
I don't know what Wayne said to Latrell at halftime, but it really worked because he came on really alive in that second. Like, he wasn't terrible in the first, but
He was pretty aggressive at the start, wasn't he?
Yep.
he's just in a mood.
He's brought that into his game though.
Hmm.
I
lately
think this
just that
season,
aggression,
he has got a lot more mongrel about his play.
He seems happier in himself.
Yeah, well, he's actually starting to talk to the media now, so he's clearly in a good headspace.
He's doing, is it Television too? On
his golf channel.
Yeah.
Then
So
he's
is it his?
He's just had a kid as well.
Is it his change in position? Do you think?
Maybe, but
I
yeah.
don't know.
But we're trying to.
He's getting his hands on the ball a lot more. Like
I'll see.
He's just scary.
I tell you what,
he's a
you
big
know,
unit.
Without saying too many names, because in case it doesn't happen, we know someone that knows Latrell really, really well. I wonder if we should shout out, see if we can get him on for an interview. Eh?
I know he had a 2-year hiatus from talking to the proper media.
Yeah, but he was talking to podcasts and stuff still. So.
Yeah.
It's just the paid media. And I was speaking to him the other day and asked him how his barbecue and that's going. He goes, "Oh, yeah, mate, yeah, loving it." So he was pretty happy to
Chat.
Oh, yeah, it'd be interesting. I'd like to pick his brain.
Mate, put it out there. There's no harm.
Yeah, no, it's all right. I can't promise nothing, but we'll
100%, buddy. 100%.
Sharks 52, Tigers 10. It was close for the first
5 minutes.
little bit.
Yeah, they were leading 10-4.
Yeah, Dewey.
Dewey
As soon
was
as
the
Dewey
difference.
scored, man, that was it.
Yeah.
And not taking anything away from Jock Madden, but
Different game.
yeah, different structure, the way that they were going to go about that game. And it's hard because the Sharks are garbage.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, they're not even close to being a contender for the
Unfortunately.
title.
Unfortunately,
Absolutely.
because, honestly, I feel for Nico Hines. And I think he's a great guy. But there's something just not right there at Sharks. And you being, family members of Sharks, and you watch them all the time. So
Yeah, the truck loves them, weirdo. Anyway,
And Panthers 18, Seagulls 16, which was
Not
down to the
close, isn't it?
wire.
Not
But
closer than
Penrith-
I thought it was going to be.
Penrith are not back to nowhere near their best.
No.
Penrith are clunky at best. Nathan Cleary hasn't played the form. I reckon, I mean this in all due respect, he needs to go over and see Mary. Spend a week over there and come back. He might feel a lot better. Maybe he's lovesick, which you can't blame the bloke. If your love interest is you're not seeing him, well, it's going to play in your mind.
but this is what they've done a few years ago, didn't they? Like
Yeah.
they were winning, they were winning.
But even
Winning ugly.
games.
Yeah.
But even Tuttle's not back to Tuttle's best. You know?
Shows class.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I think if you have a look at the with Brian Toto, the ball's not coming his way.
no,
You have a look at the try scorer is on the other wing.
Last week was the first week that right edge actually got a bit of ball.
That's right, and that reflected in Jenkins not scoring. You know, and he didn't score again on the weekend.
but
so,
teams are expecting it now to go to Jenkins. More.
and that's what I'm saying because
Yeah.
Toto got the try on the weekend because it come the other way.
But you've seen him there a few weeks ago, individual kick and chase twice.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, awesome try.
yeah.
Yeah.
No disrespect to your man, Alamonte, dude. But honestly, he's getting to a point now when he does get the ball because they weren't getting it for so long on that edge.
He run
He's
it.
trying
He
too
just-
hard.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. He's
Go back
not-
to just being your
He's
own.
not tipping on to get to the Brian to actually.
Go back to
create.
playing your own simple football because he was killing it when he was.
Yeah, yeah.
I tell you, he's been a real spark from the last last 3 weeks off the benches. Isaac Tungo
Yeah, playing the second row.
looking good in the back row.
I reckon that's where he's going to end up because
Well,
where else are you going to put him?
And if Liam Martin moves on,
But one thing I will say too that probably everyone when Mitch Kenny went down went, oh shit. Lussick.
He's a good kid,
Going
mate.
all right.
He's a good footballer.
he's just got a simple job, doesn't he? Just
Yeah.
Nathan calls it, Nathan gets it. Like,
Yeah.
it's simple.
Yeah, same as Mitch Kenny. Same
Yeah.
thing. Mitch gives it when he's told to give it, mate. That's as simple
The
as
thing
that.
with Mitch Kenny, bud, is when you kick a ball, he's always first.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
But if you give this kid those extra few weeks in the game,
Oh, yeah,
to
100%.
get that game fitness, and
that's a good spot to be in.
I
when you've
reckon-
got someone like
reckon
that
it'll
coming
be a
in.
good thing for him to come back to because I don't think he'll just walk back into it. To be
Nah.
honest, he'll need a couple of weeks to get
He
some.
might even find himself in the back row.
Well,
Well, off the bench,
off
you know.
the bench playing lock there, he was coming out of hooker, and then Lussick was going in the 9. So
And the Dragons on the board, finally. with the bye.
And they still struggle.
Controversial win, I hear.
They still
It was
struggle.
just, yeah.
What was it? 21-20 extra time.
Anyway,
can't kick field
that's the week that was brought to you by ProMine, and we're going to take a short break. Back with Team List Tuesday.
You just made the list!
Welcome back to Team List Tuesday. Team List Tuesday brought to you by Extreme Indoor Go-Karts. There we go.
We're on.
Thursday, Dolphins up against the Bulldogs. Oof, flip of the coin, 11th place, 12th. Up there in Suncorp Stadium. Margie.
It's got to be the Dolphins. I just can't work out what's going on with the Dogs.
Adam O'Brien.
Plain and simple,
That's
mate.
the only thing it can be, isn't it? Like,
Hundred
Well, no disrespect to Blake, but our attack was dog shit at the Knights last year. Now this is straight away. He's
It's all
the problem.
disrespect, mate. Sorry. The bloke said he was going to take some time away from the game,
Well, he didn't.
and it's like jump straight on the bandwagon at the Dogs because they offer him a gig.
why would they change a good thing? They had a good thing going last year.
Who was it? Was
Jason
it JT?
Taylor.
Was there?
Yeah, Taylor.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's been out of the game for a long time, but he knows how to score bloody points, mate. And unfortunately,
More than O'Brien does. Anyway.
Well, he filled in at Parramatta there for half a season, and the same thing. We strung games together.
yeah.
Yeah, go figure it.
I'd like to hope the Dogs can win, but I just think the Dolphins are too much.
Dolphins for me.
Dolphins.
I picked the Dogs on a whim. I don't know why.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't know why. I just, the Dolphins just don't. They're not finding enough to win
They're not.
the game.
Yeah, but
And the Dogs have got to fire sooner or later.
if you look at the Dolphins' last couple of losses, it was Golden Point to Penrith,
Yeah.
and then they lost to the Warriors by 2. So I don't think their form line's as bad as it seems.
Speaking of the Dolphins, I ran into Daniel Saifidi the other day.
Yeah,
Knights game.
unfortunate for the poor bugger.
Today, he come up straight away, shook my hand, said, "Hey, you been legend," and shook Cruz's hand. I said, "So what's happened with the shoulder?" And he said to me, "No, I'm gone." He said it will come out on Monday, mate.
Yeah.
But and it did.
Sad.
I said to him, "Sad you couldn't go out in your own terms," and he was pretty good. He said, "Look, I've had 10 good years out of it." He goes, well, he was pretty good about it, but obviously emotional.
Sure, it's a
today.
life-changing thing, isn't it? I mean,
It's clearly been coming for a while for them to be able to accept it for what it is.
It's just sad when players have got it taken out of their own hands.
Yeah.
But good on him. Good career, Daniel. And
All the best for the
yeah,
future.
congratulations on
future,
his
mate.
career.
It was pretty humble for him, like, to hear him say too. The most exciting thing for his career was playing with his brother. Like, that's pretty cool.
From where they've come from, mate.
Yeah, 100%. Anyway, moving on. Roosters and Titans.
Roosters are $1.13, Titans $6.05 at Polytech in Gosford.
Yeah, I'll take the Roosters. Can't go anywhere but that, personally. Marchie?
Yeah, I can't see Titans anywhere near the Roosters.
No. Look,
Yeah, Roosters should.
Yeah,
Right.
Roosters.
Joe?
It's a good value bet. But the
huge.
Roosters will win.
You couldn't even take that with a plus 18.5, to be honest. You'd still get about $3 on it.
Yeah, no,
I'm
but
disappointed in the
couldn't take it.
Titans.
They've gone a little bit sour. Same thing. And no disrespect to Parramatta, Marchie, because you've got tons of injuries. Titans haven't.
That's
and
right.
they come through the pre-season same as the
Yeah.
Parramatta Eels, mate.
They've got a good
with
coach
high
now.
hopes. Yeah.
They got some good players.
They've got a good roster, mate. They're just unfortunately not.
Stay away
Stringing
from
them.
movie world. Get off the theme parks. Anyway, Cowboys and Eels. I'm not even going to ask you, Marchie.
Cowboys for me.
All right. Oh, sure good. Luke?
With all due respect to the Eels, how's the odds on this one not similar to that last game?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I've got the Cowboys.
Yeah, but Parramatta's side, even with their injuries, that have got the potential just to pull your pants down when you're not ready.
The teams that they're meant to beat, or they should beat, they don't beat.
But the
And the
teams
teams
they're not.
that they're not meant to beat, they can beat.
Yeah, fair enough.
They've been like that for a few seasons.
I'll take the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Same.
Dragons and Knights. This could be closer than people think. To be honest,
the odds are reasonably close.
Yeah, this is another one that the odds don't really reflect how a team's playing.
But the Dragons are Newcastle's bogey team.
Yes.
They have been for years, and it doesn't
And the
matter
Titans
how
too.
good the form is. Literally, like, I remember years ago, Newcastle was like, mate, they were cruising, they were in peak, and then the Dragons were nowhere near where Newcastle was. They come to Newcastle, pull their pants down, mate, beat them with ease. bash
this
them
is
around the
liable to
park.
happen
Yeah.
on the weekend. If we go down there and think this is going to be easy, we're done.
Yeah.
If
I'm hoping it doesn't.
If we have this conversation in round 18 or 19, I would say that, yeah, Dragons.
Yeah.
No, I don't see the Dragons at it at the moment.
If the Knights can produce the form they did last week,
I
they're
think
home.
if Dylan Brown continues down the path he's on at the moment,
Dylan-
with his
yep.
form,
and the forwards go forward like they have been,
Yep.
they'll be right. But I'll take the Knights. But yeah, Margie.
Knights.
I think it'll be close to the first bit, and then once the young kids in the Dragons start to get a bit tired, I think Knights will run away with it.
Brown and Ponga should take control of this early and try to make something of it.
Yeah, Knights, Dom Young for a hat trick.
Ooh.
Yeah, Newcastle hands down. Just going off form structure and the way they played last week, Newcastle does have to defend a bit better than they did against South.
Yeah.
Even though the Dragons don't have that calibre of, still.
You can win 60-50, it's still a win.
Yeah, true. You only got to win by a point, don't you, to get the 2 points, but...
Rabbits and Sharks. Hard to go past the Rabbits, even though they lost last week. They showed some good form in the second half. Sharks, like I said, yeah, they won, but there's just something about them still. I'll take the Rabbits, Margie.
I'll take the Rabbits, and I think it'll be a Latrell show.
Yeah, especially after last week.
I'm in a similar mindset. Rabbit should win.
Rabbits.
Yeah, Bunnies, unless he gets rattled.
I've taken the Rabbits, but, yeah. I think it'll be a little bit closer than we expect. Even though the Sharks are garbage, I still think that at where it is, I think the Sharks might show. If they turn up and start the game well,
they might.
Yeah, the Sharks have got the team. They should be a top 4 team.
100%, but there's just that little piece of the puzzle that's just not fitting. Don't know why. Eagles and Broncos. This one's
closest odds of the round.
Can the Eagles bounce back from the loss? First loss under Foran.
I think so.
They were impressive, though.
It'd be interesting to see what effect it has on them.
Well,
what mindset?
Every team seems to struggle after playing Penrith, so...
And the Broncos are missing a few. Tony Staggs.
Hell of a lot.
Reynolds.
Yeah. I didn't realise that when I've done my tips, so I actually might change that. I didn't even think.
The halfback from, I can never...
Duffy, Tom Duffy.
No, the Eagles.
Oh, Joey Walsh.
No, the normal halfback.
Fogarty.
Yeah, Jamal. He's back. So
Okay.
he'll make a difference.
I
Even
will
though
change my
young
tip. I didn't
Joey
even think.
did hold his own with Jamal back. kick
Marin
up.
is out for the season.
Yeah.
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 How fortunate is he that they got that?
Yeah, nearly.
So how many have they
amputation.
now got out? The Broncos. They're up there with.
They have to be a good half a
they're up
dozen.
they were up to 15.
I reckon they've only got, out of their starting 13, they've probably only got 3.
I think, was it 2
blokes.
weeks ago they had a from 1 to 13.
And it'd be more now.
Literally that they
Well, they were on their
have.
5th string hooker.
Yeah.
Well, they had Walsh come back. They had Carrigan come back. They had a few
Then
ones
there's a couple
return.
back.
But then they lost 3 or 4 in the process.
Reynolds is
so-
gone for a week.
Yeah.
What about Tulsa? Did he get charged? Did he get any weeks or he just get fined?
I'm not sure.
Didn't have a look at that yet.
Anyway, so yeah, I was going to take the Eagles. Margie?
Yeah, the Eagles for me.
I'll take the baby Broncos.
Yep, Broncos.
I'm just going to take the Eagles because they're at home.
Yeah,
more than anything else.
That's one
They
of
know
my
how to
driving
sit
horses
and,
too.
They can play in the sandpit there, mate. So
Oh, Potto land. Storm versus the West Tigers. This is interesting. Storm $1.62.
Favourites at Amy Park.
Yeah, I took West Tigers, but I think I'm going to change it to Storm, mate. I honestly think times are going to change because West Tigers were pretty bad last week. I wasn't impressed with them.
And their injuries are just mounting up.
No, I'm pretty sure you took the Storm, mate.
Oh, no, I did I?
Because I took the Storm. You
Yeah.
took the Storm with only 2 nuffies.
Fair enough.
But you look at it and say they're favourite despite being second last. And
Amy Park.
what are they, 7, 8 in a row?
Yeah.
Seven or
And West Tigers are in 5th spot.
Yeah.
I just wasn't impressed with West Tigers last week. Adam Dewey's out now.
The way they were playing prior to that without Dewey, even though he got injured, you would have thought that they would still be able to work as a cohesion to. But some of the penalties they were giving away, like
Stupid.
stripping 2-on-1 strips, and they weren't even sorry for it. You could see them smiling about it, like, oh shit. Got
I
caught
don't
behind.
think you'll see the same team as last week.
No,
to
I
be
don't
honest.
think so neither, because I'd say Benji will put a rocket up them. But
Yeah.
Sunday afternoon, Amy Park, the penny's got
Seagulls
to drop.
everywhere.
The penny's got to drop.
Some
As
pigeons.
much as I'm giving up top spot here,
Couple
if
of
they
pigeons
lose,
in the rafters.
Margie's not even close to catching me. He tells me he is, but he's not.
You got one up on me last week with that Knights win.
Yeah, I got a few of them
Should have
last
a
week.
come
Eh?
right, mate, last week. I should have been about 4 or 5 clear.
I had a terrible run last week. But Marchie.
I'm sticking with the Tigers.
Lucky
I am
Tiger.
hard about it when I sort of thought about the Dewey thing, but I just can't see the Storm.
Something's got to
For
change
some
sooner
reason,
or
I
later.
just
but
can't. Maybe it's me hoping they go to 8 losses in a row. I don't know. Like, is that
I think a lot of people are.
Hello, Jason. Is that you down there? Look.
I think Melbourne win their next 3.
Interesting. All right, Storm.
Tigers.
Yeah,
Storm that because Hughes is back. I reckon Hughes will make a little difference.
Hughes,
this
yeah.
week.
What about the first 6 weeks?
Yeah, but he's got to
Didn't make
whack.
much
They won the
difference.
first one.
Yeah, exactly.
And they only beat Para.
Doesn't matter.
Sunday, the Raiders up against Penrith. $3.55 for the Raiders.
At GIO. Might be getting cooler.
Yeah, very much so. Sunday Arvo football.
Should be cold down there on Sunday Arvo at 4 o'clock, mate. You bet your knackers on that one.
Oh, I'm going to take the Panthers still. The Raiders and just...
Gets cold enough at the foot of the mountain too, to be fair.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it wouldn't be
Different
much
cold, though. Different cold at Canberra.
Yeah. I'm sticking with the Panthers on that one too.
Look,
Yeah, Penrith.
Penrith.
great.
I'm going the Raiders because I've got a buffer.
Yeah.
And it
That's the
seems...
outlier.
It just, I don't know. There's just, it's starting to pan itself out with some of these teams, and I don't think that Penrith's going to get through as many games staying on top.
You're right. Penrith have come back to the pack a little.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just form-wise, not so much.
But
Something's
still,
not right.
Yeah,
They're
they're
still
just,
doing that gritty grind.
they are,
just
but
Which is
treading
what
water.
they're known
I
for.
think that
They do what it takes just to get that win.
But they don't. Then which they were doing the last few seasons, they get away
correct.
holding that grind for 60 minutes.
Manly last week.
Yeah, but
I
it's
just
not
think,
happening
yeah.
for them that way this
then all
year.
of a sudden,
but they've still got that grind happening.
the flamboyant Panthers will kick in.
I wonder if
Well-
Ivan's up their training schedule for a little bit, just going, right, let's just get rock hard fit, and then we'll ease it back again towards the end of the year.
'Cause
And
how fit are they? Oh,
They
yeah.
just keep going.
100%. Then you see other teams there like Gas, where Penrith, will, like I said, they'll just grind at you and
Yeah.
just yeah.
And that's what they're known for. That's the only reason.
That's good coaching.
I think they'll just keep those.
I
wins
just
happening.
think Canberra, they don't like to lose too many games down there, mate. And it'll be a good game. I'm hoping it'll be a good game to watch because they're two very quality sides on the park.
Good coach sides.
Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
What about the last time these two teams played? That game in Mudgee at the end of last year.
Yeah, good fella.
Yeah, couldn't get a better game than that.
Yeah.
And the Warriors have the bye. And that's Stream Indoor Go-Karts. Teamless Tuesday.
Outstanding. Some good footy ahead.
Anyway, we'll take a short break, come back and wrap it all up. Anyway, you got away with most of it, but you did get a happy birthday song, so happy birthday for yesterday.
happy
Greatly
birthday, mate.
Birthday,
appreciated.
mate. Was that 36?
24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't look a day.
Oh, they're
over
bigger than 24s.
That's a B cup.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of birthdays, Jack.
Yes. Regan J. Happy 12th birthday for Thursday, buddy.
Happy birthday,
Happy
champion.
birthday, mate.
Big ranger. He's getting older.
Mm.
Bastard.
And while we're on there, I'll say a massive Mother's Day to everyone. All the mothers out there, all the fathers that play mothers.
Absolutely.
And a huge wedding anniversary to my darling wife, Kylie.
Patient woman.
Very lucky woman. She's lucky to have me.
That.
I mean, no, other way around.
Mm-hmm.
But I know she knows what she's getting. Lucky woman. Anyway.
It still comes back.
Yeah. What more do you want?
Well, happy anniversary again, mate, in advance.
Anyway, so yeah. Also out the ranch on Friday night we have Becky Cole.
Oh, yeah.
She's doing her album launch out there, so check her out. And then on Sunday at the ranch we got the Mother's Day open for lunch and dinner. I do believe lunch is sold out. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure lunch is sold out. But they're having a lot of raffles and drawn at 2:30 and 8 p.m. I believe, some raffles. And we're going to be giving the ranch a few things to give away too. So you also go out there, you can do a custom cowboy hat for mum. So yeah, I'm taking my dear family out there, my mum, my mother-in-law, my darling wife, my daughter, not Portia because she's not a mother, thank Christ. But yeah, we're all going out, and my sister-in-law, yeah, they're all going out, so it should be good.
So you got half the ranch booked?
Oh, nearly.
No wonder it's sold out.
No, I only got about 20, but yeah.
Has Pom come down from Foster, is he?
No, I did give him the call, but yeah, no reply, Sensei.
He'll probably have something else on. Wanger.
Anyway, but big shout out to all of our sponsors. We've got a lot coming up, but just due to some equipment failure, it has put a little, damper, or I wouldn't say damper, but pushed it back a bit.
Slowed the progress.
Mm-hmm.
But it is coming, but we also have the fridge coming with the beer we're going to give away. Stay tuned for that because we just bought the fridge the other day. Some giveaways, get some more stickers out too.
Yeah.
Because we're going to give away very soon $100 cash. Or should we do $100 cash or $250? Do 100, eh? One person, 100.
Yeah. Yep.
So if you got your sticker on your car, it could be you.
I've got one, just saying.
Yeah. But we're also going to give away merch. We've got a lot of merch coming as well. So, even our own. I did see this too, just quickly. I've seen someone on the night site saying about how thin the jerseys are to buy at the store. And they're 100% right. That's why I haven't bought one this year.
Yeah,
because,
okay.
Have you seen it?
No.
Like the night store? They're paper thin. Like, they are paper thin like that. And I'm like, I don't like the feel of them.
Yeah.
To be honest, and it's like someone I seen on the night site said it's like the knockoff jerseys. But our jerseys are coming made of spandex. So they're the proper. So keep an eye on them. So check out that. We've got a heap of merch there, jackets from Jet Pilot, made to order to your size, shirts, hoodies,
umbrella
hats. They are the bomb. They are the bomb, mate. They are so cool.
The model was pretty good on the weekend.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. But see, remember, mate, it's on the internet. Up the Benaries, him, that bloke, says that Maui bloke.
Oh, yeah.
We seen him, and the kids know who he is, and that too. And I said to him, "Put this on and say it." And he goes, "Oh, who is it?" And he's reading it. And he goes, "Up the KTP Podcast." Man, it's right in front of you.
Two out of 3 is not bad.
But he said to us, "Oh, come on your show one day, mate." So, you never know. We could have a Moe in the studio. Can you imagine Moe and Chris together?
Anyway.
You don't really
might make me alone.
Nah.
There's got to be meat in the sandwich, Marchie.
No, thanks. That's a sandwich I wouldn't be getting involved in.
Oh, them others look like eggs. On that note, thanks to all of our sponsors. We're out and about soon with the cameras as well, doing some street talk. We have just bought a couple of new street talk cameras as well. But Marchie, anything else you want to add? Thanks for coming in.
Been a pleasure again, as always. Good to see everyone's smiling faces. Have a
Some
good
more than
Mother's Day
others.
this weekend, and hopefully you treat Mum well.
Yeah. Look.
Yeah, no, same. Happy Mother's Day to everyone out there, and
Good stuff. Yeah.
Carry the same sentiment.
yeah,
Jay.
that's all I went to say.
All good.
Junior Rugby League back on.
Yep.
So get out, support your local little kiddies,
Mm.
future stars. Be respectful.
If all goes to plan, I'm planning on doing something for the junior league.
Yep.
I've got the plans there. It's just the financial funds are just, due
Taking
to
a
some malfunctioning cameras.
Could that be sponsor?
Big shout to all our sponsors and all our listeners. But anyway, enough of my rambling on. So until next week,
It's all about league.
good night.
I'm special, so special.
Simon, if you want.
If we want.
If we want.
I'm not responsible for my dreams.
No.
Anything?
Oh, you know, when you go to the police and you have circumcisional evidence, that's when you get a tip off.
Is that dog barking? I thought it was another dog.
Oh, no, but I could hear it there through the headphones.
I couldn't hear it.
I couldn't hear it.
Oh, well, that's all right.
I could pan for you as well.
That's gold. That's gold. What's going on with that bird? It looks like he's got an erect penis.
What the?
Curled
Where?
over.
Where?
It's curled
I
over.
can't even see it.
A ball bag and a penis.
All right. Oh.
I remember that
Happy
now.
birthday to Mark. Happy birthday to Mark.
It's like a solid B cup.
Happy birthday to Mark. Happy birthday
Like,
to you.
it's a solid B
Hey,
cup.
Ted.
It is.
We got KTP, the podcast made for you and me. Tune in